Getting ready to fire up that live YouTube stream. Are you ready, Katie? You want to just hit it?
Done.
It's up.
Oh, yeah. I did that already.
That was anticlimactic for me.
Sorry.
And we were going to do a countdown and everything. It was going to be like New Year's Eve. But
didn't realize that was the
okay,
process today.
well, I guess it's up and running already.
Just overachieving.
Here we go.
Like,
Mix100.com. Click the link right there on the homepage. And you can go see what's going on in the studio. And the text line is wide open now. 303-691-1MIX. 303-691-1649 is your direct link here to the Mix 100 studios in Lone Tree, Colorado. So hit us up. Say, hey, good morning, you guys. Everybody made it in safely. It is pretty foggy out, really chilly.
It's cold.
Windy. It's nasty.
It is.
I don't like this at all.
Yeah, layers are our friend today. I've got lots of them on.
Bundled up. Oh, my goodness.
I have leggings on top of my jeans and like 3 shirts and
a blanket.
Yeah, a blanket and my jacket. Like, I'm so
you
cold
might have
today.
some circulation problems.
No, it's cold in here.
Did you used to smoke cigarettes?
I mean,
yeah, you probably got some circulation problems.
Stop.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, you might want to look
Dr.
into that.
Jeremy over
You might want to
here.
look into that.
Because
I'm like over here, I'm like, I'm starting to pit out. I'm getting hot.
Sweating, yeah.
Really?
It's hot in here, I think. Yeah.
Oh, no
it's
way.
not.
It's not
I
hot.
feel like it's hot in here. Anyway, it's foggy. I honestly, I kind of like it when it's like this. Especially when I'm driving in at, the butt crack of dawn on 470 past Chatfield and the foothills and all that, and the fog's just kind of nestled there on the highway and you can't see anything.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of pretty. There's something.
Cheers, like, I love this.
I do. I kind of like it. There's something, I don't want to say magical, but there's something just special about it.
Mysterious,
Like
for sure.
mysterious, because a lot of people aren't out at that time of morning where it's
not
so
dangerous,
foggy.
yeah.
I always worry about a deer cutting across in front of me on the highway.
Geez.
But
Oh, deer.
oh deer.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's just something nice about being alone on the highway in that type of weather that is just kind of like not a lot of people experience this, so I kind of like it. But,
I love it. I think it's the same thing. Like, Colorado is so sunny, 300 plus days of sunshine, that when we get like inclement weather and stuff like this, it's special to me. I'm like, oh, this is so cool. We finally get something different, as opposed to, other places around the world where it's all like Seattle, where there's a lot more fog and things like that. Like, I almost am sick of the so much sunshine
no
that
way.
I'm like, I love
Shut
the
your
bad
mouth.
weather.
You're crazy.
I know, it is insane.
I
like,
love
this
the bad
I
weather,
saw
weather.
Scottsdale's going to be
love
like
it.
70-something
Yeah.
today. I'm like, whatever.
It just
I want
makes
to be
me
there.
tired. Like, I want to take a nap. I want to curl up and eat
Put
something.
another layer on.
And we're
gonna
up
stick
2
to
hours
my
before the
ribs.
sun anyway.
I
Like,
know.
we always want to take a nap.
I know, but without the sun and with this fog, like, it reminds me a lot of North Dakota, just because, like, when it's winter, you have to take vitamin D supplements. Like, it's like that. The sun does not come see you. So
You might want to get those supplements.
I
Maybe
know,
you won't
I
be so
Probably
cold.
should in Colorado,
You
too,
might be so
still.
cold,
You don't
Katie.
get vitamin D in the winter.
Oh, okay. Maybe
Even though
I
it's
do
sunny,
need
you
those
don't get the vitamin
supplements.
D.
It's because you have so many layers on, Katie.
I know, it's cold.
Look at us talking weather like we're 80 years old. All right, so
cold.
I got to tell you what my son did to me yesterday. He made me look like a total idiot.
Uh-oh.
Because I told him to take out the trash and the recycle. And so it's kind of piled up there by the back door, and he opens the back door and starts like kind of setting it out on the patio because we had quite a bit of it. And he goes, "Oh my God, there's a mouse! There's a mouse!" And the mouse, he's like running in the house underneath the couch, which is kind of right there by the back door. He's like, "The mouse, Dad, a mouse ran in," and we all like froze.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm like, "Oh God, what do we do about this? Where's this little guy gonna end up?"
Yeah.
So like, I'm quietly like tiptoeing around the couch, just kind of watching for the mouse to sprint somewhere. And he's looking under the couch. He's like, "I think he went under the couch. I think he went under the couch." And my daughter's looking, and Nicole's like, "Oh my God, what do we do? What do we do?" And I'm like, "Well, nobody panic. Let's just all stand at various corners of the couch so we can see where this thing goes if
Yeah.
it takes off." And I'm like, I think I've got like a package of mouse traps somewhere, maybe in the basement or something. I was like, maybe I'll run down real quick to the basement, set a few of them up around the couch, and Reed's still like underneath the couch looking. He's like, "Oh my God, I see him, Daddy's under here, I see him. And he's like, look, get down, and I'm like, yeah, I'm like, I don't
Act
want
brave,
it.
act brave, act brave.
I'm like, So I like, and this goes on for like, 3-4 minutes. And I lean down, I look under the couch, and he's got his hand under there. I'm like, "Reed, don't try to grab him or anything. He's a rodent."
Yeah.
And Reed goes, "Slap," and slaps the computer mouse out from underneath the couch. And he's like, "See? there's a mouse under the couch.
Oh my gosh.
He got you.
I was like, you
I would have
son of
grounded
a
him.
biscuit.
I know. I would have been so mad.
I was like,
Like,
are you kidding me right now? Because everybody's panicked. There's a mouse in the house.
going.
He is so funny.
He's turning into you.
Well, I can't.
I
I
know.
couldn't be
He's
mad at him
turning
because I was
into
like, you know
you.
what? This is a pretty solid prank. This is pretty
Yeah.
good.
That is so funny.
And the best part is he had set his phone up there in the family room, and
he
was
recorded
recording the
all
whole
of
thing.
it.
No.
I was like, you can't post that anywhere. You better not, because I look like a little sissy.
Funny. Oh my gosh.
He's got his hands up in the kitchen.
And then
like,
Nicole started laughing. She's like, oh my gosh. She goes, he got me this morning doing the same thing. So she was in on
she
it the
was
in
second
on it.
time. 'Cause she's like, what do we do? Oh my God. She was a pretty good actress.
That is so
But yeah, he got me
funny.
pretty good. He got me really good.
Oh my gosh.
But anyway, I was
love
like,
that.
shut up. I was like, go take the trash out.
Like, I'm going to have to shake his hand the next time I see him.
That's
Reed
good.
Pretty
has a
solid.
Solid
Pretty
prank
solid
Good on
prank.
you,
there.
buddy. Oh my goodness. The prankster got pranked.
Yeah,
know, man.
that's funny.
What's going on in your guys' world? Anything?
Oh, my kiddo, actually, funny enough, she is house sitting, and it's actually for one of our coworkers.
Nice.
Yeah, so little Miss Jill, she was over at Jill's house/doggy sitting.
Well, side note, is Jill ever home?
I know she's
gone
gone. A
a
She's
lot.
constantly. You've watched her house like two or three
Yeah.
times.
Yeah. She's gone a lot, but yeah. So Zoe was over there, and she was making bacon, and all of a sudden, I get a frantic call, and it starts with "Mom, I'm okay," but in the background, I hear burp.
Oh no. Jill's house is on fire.
Yeah, she's got the fire alarms going, and she's like, "I'm okay, everything's okay. I was just trying to make bacon, and now I can't get those alarms to start off." And I was like, "Turn off." And I was like, first of all, turn the burner down. Like when you cook
Oh my
bacon,
God, is it still
you don't
on?
need it on high. Like, oh
Uh-uh.
my, how are you cooking that bacon? Number one. Two, there's that button on the fire alarm, and I've taught her.
Yeah, but if
this.
it's up too
So-
high.
and that's what she's got me on FaceTime, and what she's doing is she has a broomstick. And she's trying to push that button.
Just
and I'm
grab
like,
a towel and do
"Honey,
propeller towel.
but I mean, that works, but it's
It does work.
all of the alarms in the house are going off at
Yeah,
this
yeah,
point.
they're all
Like,
wired
it's-
together.
Exactly. So this is like a chaotic situation. So she's up there with a broom, and she's not getting the right angle. And I told her, I was like, you need to get a chair. You need to stand up on that chair, and you need to press that button. Well, she was right next to the staircase, and this child grabs a rolly chair. And I was like,
Oh.
Zoe, grab a chair without wheels on it. Let's be smart here. So then she had to run all the way downstairs. I was on the phone with her for like 5 minutes trying to get
This
these
is the
alarms
saddest thing
going
I've
off.
ever heard.
I was so and I'm trying to keep my cool because she's freaking out.
Oh,
and
yeah.
honestly, it's her and her boyfriend. These are two
What was he
21-year-old
Laying on the couch stoned?
No, he's also just like freaking out, not knowing what to do. And I'm like,
This
you
is
guys
our
are
future.
21 years old. You
This
should
is our
know
future, Katie.
how to turn
Jeez.
off the fire alarm.
Or
And
to cook bacon properly.
I know, like I was so a little disappointed in the Nana. I'm
A
not gonna
little
lie, a little
disappointed.
disappointed. But she couldn't turn it off. Like the button wasn't working, and I was like, at this point, I don't know what. It's like you need to call Jill. So
Yeah.
then she had to call Jill with those fire
that's
alarms going
embarrassing.
off and try and figure it out. And it turns out it was just like a succession of you need to hit it and then hold it. Something weird with their fire alarms. I
Huh.
don't know, but
Guess who's not going to
she-
house sit again?
I know, it's funny. She's like, "Do you think that she's going to ask me to house sit again?" And I'm like, "I mean, you didn't burn the house down. It's
No,
still
but it's
there,
probably got
you know?
that
Like,
smell
the
now, though,
bacon
too.
smell,
where
the
Jill's
bacon
going to
smell.
come home and it's going to be in everything.
Yes, like that bacon smell is hard to get rid of. It's a good smell, but
Her
also
doggos will
not.
love it.
Not burnt
Also
bacon.
not.
Little doggies
What were they
will
making?
really
Some
enjoy it.
BLTs?
They were making breakfast.
Oh, just breakfast.
Yeah, they're just making bacon, eggs, and toast.
Oh.
Does that mean the boyfriend stayed over?
Yeah, all night?
Yeah.
At Jill's house?
Yeah.
Huh.
No, we as moms, we try not to think about these things. We're
Huh.
just like, yeah, they were doing their taxes. It's tax season.
Does Jill know what's going on at the house?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she knows they're all there.
Oh, does she?
yeah, she
Oh.
knows
Probably
that
got
her and her
cameras set
boyfriend
up.
are there. Yeah, she's aware.
Huh.
Huh, why are you, you guys?
I
are
think
so
that's odd
concerned.
to house sit
So
with your
With your
Concerned.
boyfriend,
significant other.
yeah.
Oh no,
I think that's
want,
odd.
I
Who's
want
are
her
they
to have
sleeping in Jill's
somebody-
bed?
No, they have two guest rooms.
Oh,
Yeah.
so they probably split
Yeah.
up
I
and
bet
each
they're
had a
using
guest
both.
room.
I bet
they're absolutely using both
They
guest
okay.
each have
Yeah.
their own bed. That's
Smoke
exactly
alarm was
it.
going off later that night.
What?
Oh,
Stop.
jeez.
Baby Nana, no.
Stop.
No, baby Nana.
Yes.
Stop. No. No.
That's interesting.
Sinful.
Yeah.
Sinful ways. Well, I'm glad everybody is safe.
Everybody's safe. She didn't burn the house down.
No.
And we're going to have a lesson in
Dock
fried
her
bacon
pay is what I
later
say.
this week.
Dock her pay.
Yeah.
All right, coming up, we've got a trending report for you guys. We've got a ton of local stuff, including the King Soopers update. There's an issue with Colorado tax returns or filing your taxes. And then Katie's got a very important message coming out of Castle Rock
Yes.
this morning for the
It
children
is.
out there.
Absolutely.
We'll do that and more coming up in the trending report right now. Let's see what's going on with traffic. Eyes closed. You're going to want them open today on the drive for sure. Because it's foggy out. It's thick. It's real thick and slightly slick in a few areas, so add a couple extra minutes to your drive in this morning. And, while you're on the road, hang with Jeremy, Katy, Josh at Denver's Mix 100. We're also streaming live on YouTube this morning. You can see what's going on in the studios. I know a handful of you have been watching me eat my oatmeal for the past 5 minutes, so that's
sexy,
super exciting. That's why we put these cameras in the studio. Mix100.com, and the link is right there on our homepage. And also, if you want to reach out, I suggest you download our free app. Search Mix 100 Denver in your app store and click the little microphone button down in the corner. And you can send us a voice message, and we've been getting a ton of them every day. It's really cute. You guys can sound off about anything that you've heard on the show. Maybe you just want to throw your kids on there with a funny joke, which we absolutely love. And sometimes, like Alicia a few minutes ago, you just want to say hi.
Oh,
thank you, Alicia. Very sweet.
Hercules sounds awesome.
Hercules. So it's kind of neat for us. It's actually quite special. So make sure you download the Mix 100 Denver app, click the microphone at the bottom, and send us a voice message. Do it today. All right, time for a trending report. Katy, you got all the local stuff going on?
Yeah, and this up in the high country, but still big news. Vail Pass is going to be closed starting at 9 a.m. They're going to deal with, there's a lot of stuff they have to deal with up there with all the weather we had this weekend. We have some car crashes that we're going to get to in a second as well. But they've got to do winter maintenance is what they're calling it. Oh. So they're going to shut down plowing and other stuff.
Okay.
But they're going to start doing that at 9 a.m. So they're saying either plan to drive through Vail Pass before 9 or allow for extra travel time because, they're going to have semi-trucks set up in like Dotsero and stuff so that they, have a place to stay while they do all this. And they're saying it's going to be a lengthy closure. So it's
I don't like driving in the mountains
quite a few hours. No.
Anyway. Especially in winter, and now this.
No, winter driving in the mountains is
Tough.
Always treacherous,
brutal.
and we've gotten some snow up there. I mean, just last night they got hit with even more snow. So they're trying to clear the way. They're trying to make it safe for us to get up and down the mountains, and so that's
you
what
ever
they're
had
doing
to
this morning.
urinate on the side of the road up there?
No, I had to change a tire right outside of
Lord help you.
Like we got a flat tire in Eisenhower Tunnel coming back eastbound. Yeah, it went flat halfway through. We had
Name
to
a
pull
worse
over.
spot to get one.
It was the most terrifying thing. So I've definitely had some issues up in the mountains. Remember, I lived in Grand Junction and came over to Denver quite often, so I had to make that mountain pass trek a lot.
Did you just make it through the tunnel? Did you just keep going?
Yeah,
keep
we
driving?
just kept driving, and then we made it, thankfully, to the end of the tunnel,
Oh my
pulled over to that
gosh.
service. While we were changing the tire, one of the CDOT people came up to us, and they're like, "Hey, just so you know, this is where semis stop if they don't have
come
brakes."
on.
You're like,
So-
I just made it
and
through
we're
the
like-
tunnel on
we're
my
like,
rim.
We know, we're going as fast as we can. Oh my
Holy
goodness.
cow.
And thankfully it was like sunny, but it was another one of those. It had just snowed. There was snow everywhere. It was melting, so it was messy and slushy. And oh my gosh, it
If you
was
drive in the mountains,
definitely intense.
you got to get those run flats because those
Yes,
things, you got to
you
get the
do.
tires that'll last a while in
You
case you
do.
just have a leak. Oh
And
my
we
gosh.
did after that. I'm telling you.
Oh,
but
that's
man,
terrifying.
Mountain
I don't know how
travel-
you made it, Katy.
Mountain travel, you got to be careful, and that's the thing. So up in the mountains, this
But you still have
happened-
never urinated on the side of the highway.
I
No.
guess to answer your question.
Okay, I was just curious. Going back to my
no.
original question.
A little
yeah.
harder for me, but no, I have not.
You can do it.
Have you, Jared?
You grab
you
your
really
tire
try.
and you just lean back.
If you really try.
No,
you
I
can
haven't,
get
but
it
I've
done.
I heard the stories about ski traffic going up and there's a
Yeah.
wreck and then all of a sudden everybody's outside of their cars peeing everywhere.
Yeah.
I've never been a
funny.
part of that, but I guess you can't get in trouble at that point. You know,
No.
you gotta go. You gotta go.
Well, that's crazy because
Never-
you're a big skier. I can't believe that
I know.
you've never
Not
had
once
to
that that's
experience
happened
that.
to
Oh
you.
no, I used to. Nicole and I used to go up and do some boarding and skiing. That was
Yeah.
pre-kids,
Yeah.
but
It
It's a little
changes
harder
once you have
now.
kiddos.
it's good to be a guy though.
Never been a part of a community pee, huh?
No.
All right. Well, you talk about the crashes and stuff. Did you see the 11-car pileup on I-70. It's part of the reason they had to do the maintenance is because all the snow and everything. There was an accident with a semi and then a truck hauling a tractor trailer, and then about 9 cars included, SUVs and just regular sedans alike. But you can actually go to our Instagram at Jeremy, Katy, Josh. Up in the stories, there is video of that exact wreck that shut down I-70 for over 3 hours yesterday just outside of Georgetown.
I didn't see it. I'm going to go look right now.
Up on our Instagram
this
stories.
Is professional.
Georgetown.
Did you put that up there?
Yeah, I did. It was closed again for more than 3 hours yesterday.
Again, another reason. Oh, there it is.
That truck pulling the trailer got messed up, too. It was bad.
And so just be
It's
careful
so scary.
if you're
Just
out.
drive slow,
And this is
people.
the heightened time for ski season. I mean, we have some beautiful skiing up in those mountains, Loveland.
Yeah.
So
that is a
if
mess,
you are
isn't
making it your way up there, just be careful. We have one more story about the mountains because this one coming from Copper Mountain. A highly intoxicated man. Let me just set the scene here. So he's up at the lodge, right? He sees a kid. He pushes down the kid. Then he spits on the mom. And then, I know. And then he tries to get away. Yeah, the cops up there in Copper Mountain pull him over in this truck. And as he's looking for his identification, he drives away. And then there's a chase of this man. So they're chasing him all around I-70.
Did he spit from his car?
No, he's in the lodge.
Oh,
and then,
he spit, then ran.
Spit on a woman.
So yeah, he's at the lodge.
Spit and ran.
He pushes the kid down.
Oh.
He spits
Well,
on
the
the
kid
mom,
had it coming.
And
It was
then
a
he
spit and run.
Gets in his truck and tries to drive off the mountain. He gets on I-70. Cops try and pull him over, and he doesn't stop. So we have this entire
did he
I-70.
spit at the cops?
He did not.
Okay.
That's a felony.
Ooh,
you
that's a
don't want to do
felony,
that.
yeah.
So he's on I-70, and I-70's at a stop because of all of the snow and the traffic. And this guy's trying
Bad
to
time
get
to
on
run.
the shoulder. He's like, it's crazy. So they did eventually get him, obviously. Where are you going to go in, a parking lot on I-70? But it all started up at that lodge when he pushed that kid down. I don't know what happened.
What did I want to know how this started.
I know.
He made a
Like,
face
why
at
did the
me.
kid need a good shoving?
44-year-old
Most kids do.
Jeffrey Parent from Hawaii. I don't know if that answers any of your questions.
Oh,
but
man.
Was he complaining about the snow too
There
much?
was
He's like,
an
just shut up.
altercation up on the hill.
Well, that's
and then,
horrible. You should never do that.
Nice little car chase down on I-70. It's just crazy what people do up there. So just be careful.
All right.
My gosh, if
It's the
you're going
altitude.
up
He's
to
got
the
an
mountains,
altitude
He
sickness.
drank at altitude for the
just
first time.
be careful. Oh my goodness. So this story a little more closer to home. Castle Rock, they need a hockey rink.
They do.
Oh, I
Heck
was reading
yeah.
We'll
that.
go build one for him,
So
Katie
I
Cat.
should. If I could, I
Yes.
would, because the schools that combine down there in Castle Rock, so Castle View, Douglas County, and Rock Canyon High Schools, so they have hockey teams for both the girls and the boys now, and they don't have any hockey rinks down there in Castle Rock for them to practice on. So these families have to drive all the way to Littleton or Highlands Ranch, and then they have to share ice time with those kids. So
Ice
they're
Ranch or South Suburban, right? Yeah.
it is crazy. Like they're having to get out of school to go do this
Oh,
ice time.
poor kids.
I know, but I feel like Castle Rock, that community is growing so much, and that's something that could really help.
I
out
can't believe
those
they don't
parents.
have one. I thought they did, honestly.
We are growing the game of hockey in the state of Colorado, and I just think that this is a really good look for us to be able to, they've got a Costco down in Castle Rock now, right? They
Well,
should be able to have a hockey rink.
Think about this. I mean, Rock Canyon, they have a player that is now in the NHL, Troy
Yeah.
Terry. I mean, I played against him back in high school. Like, that's the type of hockey players that Colorado is now producing, NHL players.
Yeah.
And if you can't have a hockey rink in your own little hometown, that's kind of a sad sight for
Yeah.
eyes.
We'll
I mean,
start a GoFundMe page.
Well, and they
Yes.
have, and they're doing a lot of different fundraisers and whatnot. So I'm just saying, if you see the Castle Rock folks out and about trying to gain some funds for their hockey rinks down there, try and
Slip
I
him a
love
fiver.
that.
Exactly,
I'm going to.
exactly.
I love
so,
that.
Give
and
him an Abe
also,
Lincoln.
They've met with town officials, and they have another meeting tomorrow. But currently, Castle Rock says there's no plans to partner on a rink. So let's try and change your mind. Let's
Castle
just,
Rock.
You know what I mean? Let's try and
Now
change
they've got
your
to
mind.
drive again.
Exactly. 40 minutes from
Oh,
Castle
man.
Rock to Highlands Ranch.
Yeah.
or
Isn't there a frozen
Littleton.
lake down
So-
there they could do something on?
I know, pond hockey,
Weren't we
maybe
just talking about
something.
pond hockey?
But that's not a year-round thing. So you can't.
They'll get
like,
one.
They need a hockey
This
rink
is
so they
in
can
local
practice
news now.
year-round.
Somebody's going to step up
I
and
hope so.
start
Yeah.
a fund for this.
That would be very, very nice.
Should be you. Let's spearhead it, Katie. Go
Okay.
for it.
All right. Let's do a hockey rink drive.
Let's do
it. We could do that. I feel like-
NiceIce.com.
Hey. Nice
Donate
ice.
today.
I like that. You know what isn't nice? The state of Colorado is still not accepting tax returns. I don't know what's happening.
I saw that. It's
I don't know
all
what's
gummed
going on
up.
with them. I don't know what they're waiting for. I don't know.
They
what
said you're going to be like in a
need.
queue now. The queue is slowly
Yeah.
building of all, everybody that's already filed.
Yeah.
And they're just going to try to push them all through, I guess, at some point.
That's
a
gonna
cluster,
be awesome.
you know what?
Oh, God. And I filed my taxes a really long time ago. So I've been just waiting for them to send me an email. Your state taxes have been accepted.
Yeah.
But yeah, they are dragging their feet.
Wonder what's
And
going on
I
there.
know that some laws had to change in Colorado as far as the taxes were concerned this year. And I don't know if they're waiting for those to push through or what it is. But state of Colorado, come on.
Come on.
What are
Slow.
we waiting on?
You big
Slow.
goofy
Oh, my
rectangle.
goodness. But some good news coming out locally. The King Super Strike is over.
Oh, I saw. Well, that's on hold,
Well,
I guess,
I
at
guess
midnight.
They have some more bargaining to do, but they're going to go back to work, I believe, tomorrow is
Okay.
when they're
Yay.
planning on having all the hours back to normal.
That's good. This
and
is no weather to be picketing in.
you don't want to be outside
No,
in
you
this.
don't.
So, yeah,
Ugh.
they've got some more negotiating to do and a few things to work out here and there, but it looks like they've come to an agreement or at least a tentative one, and that
Hooray.
is good news for the
Because I was in a
workers.
Safeway yesterday. It was packed.
I know.
Safeway's been loving this.
Safeway's
so.
not ready for
Man,
it.
you know it's busy when they get on the overhead and be like, three's a crowd, three's a crowd, the old three's a crowd alert, and you go up there and there's like 19 people in line. You're like, yeah,
Yeah.
19's a crowd. Let's go.
Exactly.
That's
Let's
funny.
get
Let's
some people
do
on
it.
these registers.
Well, the biggest trending national news, of course, is that Delta flight that crashed while landing at Toronto Pearson International Airport,
Yeah.
resulting in 17 individuals, including a kiddo, being transported to hospitals with injuries, luckily none of which are life-threatening.
Thank God.
And how did a plane end up upside down? My
Yeah.
God, the images, the video coming out from this crash, absolutely insane. I saw a bunch of it floating around on Instagram yesterday of people leaving the plane. One guy was filming his entire journey from the back of the plane all the way out while it was upside down and they were walking on the ceiling.
Wow.
Just an intense,
Horrifying,
crazy
man.
situation. And then he made it outside. They've got the fire trucks out there blasting the plane with water, making sure it's not going to catch on fire while people are trying to get out.
And it looked so cold, and you're
It's
getting
so
hit in the face.
cold.
You're getting hit in the face with water as you walk out of that plane. Which
Well,
I mean,
at least
thank
you're
God
alive,
they were
though.
able to walk out. Yes,
They say
but
there's been something like 87 airplane incidents since January 1st. So I don't know what is going on all of a sudden
It is
with air
weird.
travel.
Yeah.
But it's funny, we
Weird.
were talking last night about planning our summer vacation, and we usually drive. We usually road trip it.
we
and
do
I was like-
drive distance.
I was like, we should fly somewhere. This past couple weeks, we've been talking about flying, and last night we're like,
not.
maybe
Maybe
we'll
drive distance.
somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't
Drive
know.
distance.
Thankfully, everyone was, nobody
They were able to
died.
Nobody
walk
died.
in that, which
Yeah.
was
When you look at it, it's
miraculous.
upside down,
Yeah.
and the
Unbelievable, man.
and the wings are gone.
Thankfully.
Yeah, because it rolled. I mean, it rolled. That's terrifying. Oh,
Yeah.
like
The
that.
Italian chemist who who is credited with inventing Nutella has sadly passed away.
Oh,
no. What?
Francisco something or other. He's been in the sweets business since 1952. He started working at some sort of Italian chocolate factory and helped perfect the recipe for Nutella.
Is it
He
not
sure
Mr.
did.
Nutella?
Mr. Nutella?
Oh, I thought his name was Francisco Nutella.
The dude was 97 years old. They say it's unclear how often he ate Nutella.
Probably
But
every
it is
day.
consistently
kidding me?
on the list of foods that you should not
pretty
eat.
horrible
Yeah,
for
but
It's
you,
really,
Wait,
really
it's-
bad.
It's so good.
Ugh.
Gosh, when Zoe was a kid, that was still when they were saying Nutella's a good, nutritious breakfast for you. Do you remember when they tried to?
I have never
They
heard
tried
that.
to convince people that it was nutritious, and they actually got sued, and they have to stop. They had to stop saying that.
It's
It
straight
is
cocoa and
not.
sugar.
I don't know if I've
It's-
ever had Nutella.
Oh gosh, I fed it to Zoe every day for breakfast for like a year.
Oh,
I know,
Mom of
'cause
the
they said
year.
it was
Mom of the year.
nutritious, and
It's
then they
not.
said it wasn't. So we
It's one of
stopped that.
the products that I kind of refuse to have in the house. I'm like, no, we're not buying Nutella because it's truly like on the top 10 of the worst things you can be eating.
Is it
It's
because of the
really
oil
bad.
they use?
It's
or
oils
something?
and sugars and
'Cause
it's
I think
just-
you can make it, and it's probably a lot better for you. It's just
Maybe.
a hazelnut spread with chocolate. That's all it is. It can't be
Just
that
talk about
awful.
fat America. And they've got these like little to-go Nutellas now that you can
Oh,
put in your
yeah.
kids' lunches, and they just
Mm.
shove them
It
in their
contains
chubby
a
little faces at lunch.
Significant amount of unhealthy fats like palm oil.
Palm
Yeah.
oil, that's the one.
Yeah, it's
That's the one. See,
Yeah.
when I make it, I don't put palm oil.
Oh,
in
you
there.
should not.
No,
eat
don't.
This.
It's fine. Mine's
Extra
fine.
palm oil for me today. Oh, what else is going on? There's a study about the most popular Marvel characters. This is hard-hitting trending news this morning. It's kind of funny because Stan Lee came in at number 1 as the most iconic character in all the Marvel movies, which he does make the little cameos in all the movies, and it's kind of cute to see him.
He's the best, man.
After that, Iron Man, Spider-Man, Captain America.
Spider-Man.
I'm
I like
Iron Man.
I
Spider-Man.
love Spider-Man.
I'm straight up
That's my
Iron
Who's the
dude
Man.
best
right
Spider-Man,
there.
though, Katie?
Mm.
Tobey Maguire.
I'd say Toby.
Tobey
yeah,
Maguire.
Tobey Maguire.
Yep.
Tobey Maguire. When she takes his mask off and he's upside down,
And they
still
kiss.
one of my favorite scenes.
So
in the movie.
romantic.
Goosebumps.
Oh my God, that's a beautiful moment.
It
Beautiful
is.
moment. There's a poll out this morning talking about the amount of pictures people have on their phones. Millennials have the most, with just about 2,500 pictures parked on their phone. What do you got, Katie? I didn't even look. I should look at mine right now.
I know. I have a lot.
I have just shy of 4,000 pictures on my phone.
How do you even tell?
I gotta dump them. You just go to photos; it'll tell you up top.
34,010 items.
34,000.
I have 3,700.
I thought, getting close to 4K was a lot.
34,000.
You need to dump your phone. If you were to lose your phone,
Holy.
all those memories are going to be gone.
Right? I have it backed up on Apple. Right?
Apple or Google?
I don't know.
Let me see your phone.
Katie's looking at us like, I have it back.
Is there an Apple on the back of your phone?
An Apple, yeah. Yeah,
Apple.
Apple.
Well, yeah,
You
but I have
gotta
all mine
have,
backed
like-
up by Google.
Oh.
I have both. I have both.
She needs both for 38,000
Honestly,
photos or
why do you
whatever.
have so many pictures?
I take a lot of screenshots. We've talked about this before.
My
I
mom,
do.
yeah.
I take so many screenshots.
Not
and,
throwing her under the
and I
bus,
take a
but
lot of
dang.
pictures.
What was
Look,
the very last picture you took?
you with your headphones on your head all silly.
Oh, why did you do that?
Because I just did. I take a lot of weird pictures.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's funny. That's
I
actually
want
funny.
everyone to text us right now the last picture they took in their phone. I want to see
Okay.
the last picture you took in your phone. 303-691-1MIX, 303-691-1649. Send us the last picture you took. And if it's inappropriate, even better.
I know. It's fine. It's the work line.
It'll
it's
be
fine.
fine. It's all good. That's hilarious. God, that's a lot of pictures, Katie.
Yeah.
Although you're probably up there like with my mom, who has no idea how to get them off her phone.
Yeah. Well, and I don't want to.
She's
I
got
like them
pictures on there going back to 94.
Right? Oh, yes.
All right, text us those pictures, 303-691-1649. All right, coming up here in just a few minutes, we've got PMI. We've been searching through all the stories today. We'll give you a positive, a minus, and something interesting for your chilly morning commute. Right now, speaking of commute, let's see what's going on with traffic. And you can watch what's going on live in the studio by just going to mix100.com, clicking on the YouTube link right there on the homepage, and it'll send you right into the Mix 100 studios here in Lone Tree, Colorado. And you can watch what's going on in the studio, critique what we're wearing, check out Katie's bun.
Oh, I have another bun today.
High tight bun up in here. So give us a shout on the YouTubes this morning. Mix100.com. Click on the YouTube link and fire it off. Also, you're gonna want to save our phone number into your phone: 303-691-1MIX. 303-691-1649, because we're going to be playing Fast 5 here at 7:25, and we've got a killer prize lined up this week. A Lodge Casino prize pack valued at $400. It's a big prize this week. We're going to send you up the hill for a night, send you off to a fancy dinner and a big old buffet breakfast.
Yummy.
It's a heck of a prize.
They know how to do a buffet up there.
I'm going to tell you what.
It's like they took lessons or something.
We wandered in when we were up there for that buffet. We went for breakfast, and they have all the breakfast foods, but then you can also get like lasagna.
Yeah.
And fresh carved meat.
Yeah. At like 9 o'clock in the morning.
It's perfect for a night of like drinking and
Awesome.
gambling. You go wandering in, you're like, I need some stir fry. They're like, we got you covered. It's all you. So that's the Lodge Casino prize pack. We'll be giving that away today when we play Fast 5 at 7:25 here at Denver's Mix 100. Before we jump into PMI, Katie said something off the air about something that her daughter's doing. I have never heard about this before.
Oh, the baby sprinkle.
The baby sprinkle.
Caught me off guard too. Yeah, it's like apparently when you have your first child, it's a baby shower, right? But when baby 2 comes along, you don't need all of the stuff that you got. So it's called the baby sprinkle. So we're gonna sprinkle you with gifts.
I was like, don't say anything else. I want to know what this is.
No, I totally.
It's a sprinkle.
Yeah, so I totally it's the first time I've heard it called that. I guess I've always known the trend of you only really get one baby shower unless you have your kids
What are
super
you
far
talking
apart.
about?
Well, unless you have your kids super far apart, because then you need all those things again, right? But technically, they say you're only supposed to have one baby shower. I don't
Are
know
you
if guys
kidding
knew that.
me?
Yeah.
No, in our little friend group and family, there's multiple baby showers.
Yeah?
Yeah,
For
because everybody
each kid?
wants. Well, yeah, each new baby comes along, you need new wipes and diapers, so you have another shower. This is not uncommon at all.
Really? Do they call
ladies
it the
love
sprinkle,
showers.
though? Like,
I've never heard
never
it called
heard
the
that.
sprinkle, but
That
I know
sounds horrible.
Knick Knack has been invited to a few second, third, fourth baby showers.
Really?
Which is weird because you don't need all the big stuff like
yeah.
crib.
the strollers and, the car seats and
The
all of that.
bathtub things.
The
you know?
bathtub
Yeah.
things. The little toilet seat, for
There's
later in life.
So many things.
There's so many things.
The
But
diaper genie. Are those
oh,
still a thing? Yeah.
Yeah, they're disgusting
They're
too.
so gross.
The best thing we
They're so
ever had
gross.
was the wipe warmer, where you put the
Oh,
package of wipes
yes.
in the wipe warmer.
Oh, I loved my boppy pillow. I put Zoe in that thing everywhere. Like I
want a
love
human
the
boppy.
I want a human boppy pillow. Like just nestle up in that thing.
I guess maybe like if it's a few years down the road, like you said, because I know car seats expire. They have like an expiration date. Strollers, I think, have an expiration date.
Well, even how far apart are your two kids? Like 4 years,
4.
right? I mean, that's a lot. By the time your child's 4 and then you have another baby, you're going to need all new stuff.
Well,
right?
the first stroller's generally pretty ooey gooey at that point.
Yeah,
it's got
you
a
don't
lot of
want-
funk on it, a lot of boogers.
You need a
and-
new stroller. You need a new car seat.
Yeah,
you need
so-
all the new stuff.
And
so-
listen, I mean, anybody has the excuse to throw a party. If they have the excuse to throw a party and to get together and invite your girlfriends over, have some drinks and get free gifts, I mean, why not have multiple baby showers?
Well, and again, this isn't like a steadfast rule. This is just when Zoe was a baby. I remember my friend group being like, well, you can't have 2 baby showers. It's just not acceptable. But maybe all that has changed. I mean, Zoe's
Because that
21
was
now.
a couple decades
Exactly.
ago. Yeah.
Zoe's 21 now, so it's been a while.
We are in
but
the world of entitlement right now. Are you kidding me?
No, and Zoe's,
I'm just thinking about having another baby. Let's have a shower.
That's it. Zoe's friend group is now having babies, so it's like
21,
just different.
really?
Well, 21,
sure, yeah.
up to 25, yeah, like
Yeah,
that's
25.
kind
You
of.
could be a grandma at any point.
No,
I mean,
that's not. No, we've talked about it. Nope.
in case you missed it this morning, Zoe's house sitting and her boyfriend's staying over
Yeah.
during the house sitting, so you never know what could happen.
Well, there were 2
Katie.
separate guest rooms there, Jeremy.
There were. They're
Nah,
sleeping
they're
in separate
totally
beds.
shagging.
No,
so you could be a grandma at any point. Grandma
No.
Katy.
Oh gosh.
You can have a cute grandma name.
No.
Gam
I
Gam.
don't- No, I don't know.
I think Grandma
like,
Katy Cat is pretty cute.
Like make them call me Katie.
Oh,
That's like
man.
my grandma. I had a grandma that refused to be called grandma.
Yeah.
And so we had to call her by your first
I'm
name.
not
which
ready
was
yet.
Really
I just
weird.
I'm not ready. If
Not that, but why did she not want to be called grandma?
She's a little full of herself.
What?
Nothing. That's a long story.
Again, as a woman, that you've really got to, put your ego aside to be called grandma. I think.
I know, because you're like, you
do.
sound officially old.
officially
at that point.
old. Like
Yeah, but
now
wouldn't you
I'm
want to be a cool young grandma?
on the other side of the hill. I don't know. Like,
Nope.
what does that mean? Like,
Sick. That'd be cool.
I
That means
just-
you get a long life with a granddaughter or grandson. That's cool.
oh. I know, but I'm still
The
old.
face you
Like,
made.
I'm
No,
still
It means you
old.
get gray hairs and
I
a
know
walker.
the old part though, John.
you
because
some-
Because
I
you get
don't
all
Get
want
you
the
to.
some
fun
tennis
stuff.
balls for the bottom of your walker is what I'm going to be doing.
No.
Be going on my hikes to waterfall with my walker. Like, does it have a ramp?
Oh, somebody carry me down.
Easy access.
Airlift me out. So it's a sprinkle. We now know a baby
Okay.
sprinkle. So
Cute.
thank you for that.
Baby sprinkle.
Side note really quick too. Thank you to the buttload of people who texted in just a few minutes ago when I requested that you send in the last picture that you took
oh my gosh.
on your phone. Absolutely exploded. Y'all taking some pictures of some weird stuff.
But we appreciate it.
I will
It's
say
awesome.
that the heart-shaped meatloaf from Valentine's Day won my heart.
Yeah,
so that was
your
probably
favorite.
the best one that came in, but thank you everybody who was texting in. Well, it's time for PMI. We've been sifting through the stories this morning and discovered a positive story, a minus story, and something interesting to give y'all for your morning commute. Guys, who got to pee?
I got that pee.
You got to pee, Grandma?
Yay. No, not yet.
Yikes.
Not yet. Okay, and this is a really good positive because we have a very, very special donation to a museum in Denver because of one Miss Wendy and her partner Bob. So they are photographers and they have went all over the world taking pictures, but they've loved Colorado since like back in the 70s, and they've really made their home here and primarily over the last 50 years taking pictures right here in the beautiful Centennial
Love that.
State.
I love
know.
that.
So they have over 100,000 pictures
Oh
that
my
they've taken
gosh.
of the wildlife.
And they're all on their
of
phone.
the mountain peaks. No,
Oh.
no, they've saved them digitally. They
Okay.
are all very safe. But after Wendy's partner Bob passed away recently, she decided she's going to take these pictures and donate them to the Denver Museum of Nature and Science. And this is really big, one of the biggest donations they've ever received, and it's going to help a lot. Like,
Do they have enough
all-
room?
well, again, digital. So they're going to keep
true.
digital copies as well as physical copies, but it's going to help out with kids who are coming to do research. If they need a picture of a brown or a black bear, they can come get it for free from the Museum of Nature and Science. Or if somebody's looking to research climate change, they have all of these photos that they can come and access. And again, when it's for research or for learning capabilities, then
Yeah.
it's free. So
That's a
the
pretty solid
Denver
photo dump right there.
Museum of Nature, it really is.
It's really
like
neat.
the best photo dump ever. But yeah, they're sorting through all these pictures and everything, but they should be available very soon. And again, one of the biggest donations that they've received. So thank you,
That's
Wendy and
really
Bob.
neat, actually, because I mean,
Yeah.
they could legitimately turn around and make some bank off these pictures,
it,
especially if
yeah.
they're really good. Create a book, sell them, to these services online that you have to like pay to get these pictures,
They could
for
have
clip art and all
absolutely
that.
made some money off
They could have
this.
made a lot of bank off of
And
all
they
that.
didn't. They
and
were
they
like,
donated
we
it.
want this to go to the Denver Museum of Nature and Science. And again, very soon we'll be able to check out all those pictures. And they're pretty
pretty
neat. They've got
solid.
some of them on their website here. And I'm like, wow, they did a really good job capturing a
Got
lot
the
of this
zoom lens, the
wildlife.
telephoto lens on there.
Yeah, their
Put
picture
that on
of a bear is
F24
better
there.
than mine.
My F stop. What's your F stop?
What's your F? I don't know what that is.
Yeah,
But yeah, so
exposure.
that's the positive, and thank you, Wendy and Bob, for giving us those little nuggets of joy.
That's so cool.
That's
That's really nice, especially for an artist to donate their stuff like that.
yeah.
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 I think it's neat.
Katie, that
That's
was
a good
positive.
positive, right?
It was a good positive.
All right, Josh, bring us down with a minus.
Oh, I got a minus, and this one hits close to home for me because my goodness, $10,000 of Lego was just stolen from a Walmart fan-run shop. So this is not from the Lego store. It's from like a collectibles shop. So think of like a secondhand store where they would resell Legos that are discontinued. So
Yeah.
they're new Legos in boxes, but some of the stuff the Legos that was stolen were the huge ones. Like there's the Disney Castle, there's the Rome Colosseum, there is the Millennium Falcon, which I know is well over $800 just for that.
Oh my gosh.
There's a bunch of more Star Wars stuff like the AT-AT, which is that big crawling thing. There's the Batman, the Batman head. And many more of these Lego sets were stolen. And obviously, everybody knows Lego is expensive. It is mad expensive. And Jerry, we actually do you still have that sound from?
I have some audio.
Yeah, let's play that really quick because if you have it,
there you go.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Side note, isn't that what your daughter is calling her house sitting this time around? Smash and grab? With her boyfriend over there? Little smash and grab.
Little smash and
They
grab.
were building
kitty cat.
Legos, actually.
You bet they were.
Did. They
Yeah.
did.
Those
They did
pieces
not
fit
steal
together.
them.
Those pieces fit together pretty
Oh,
darn
goodness.
well.
Those thieves came by though in a U-Haul and they stole these things within minutes, which is so sad.
5 minutes,
because-
according to that audio.
Yeah, that's so sad because I mean, obviously
That's
those.
a risky thing to steal because there's a tripping hazard, and if you fall, then
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Right?
That's risky.
Exactly.
The bummer is it's a fan-run store, so it's all these people that they just have, they're in it for the love of the game.
do it for
love
fun,
Lego. I
yeah.
love Lego. I think it's super cool that they do these things, and it's,
I can't
it's-
believe my Disney castle was stolen.
I know.
I spent
It's such a
approximately
bummer.
46 hours putting that
Well,
together.
What happens is they're gonna sell these. Well, they're all in boxes, so they're
I
new
hope
in
they
boxes.
find these people.
And they're gonna sell them on the mark, like eBay and things like that, and people will buy these for
The Lego
hundreds or
dark web.
thousands of dollars, and they won't know that they bought stolen Lego, and that's a bummer. I don't like that.
This is a horrible story.
It's a horrible
It's
story.
so
Jeremy.
bad.
My Millennium Falcon.
Lego nerds unite.
Off the black market.
It's a black market Millennium Falcon.
It's very sad, Jeremy.
It's
You're
very
making light of
sad.
it, and this hits home.
I'm not making fun of it at all.
I know, right? Why would you say that?
Oh, you say that?
My thumbs are so calloused from putting all these Legos pieces together, and look what happens.
Mine are.
so sad. I can't make fun because this next story for interesting is also a toy-related story.
Oh.
And much like Josh, I collect toys, so I need to shut up. A kidult is what they're calling us. We're adults that are still acting like children, basically. The story is talking about Gen Zers. You all now have your emotional support stuffed animals. I guess this is a big thing right now. It is part of the kidult frenzy, where millions of videos are being uploaded to TikTok with the hashtag plushies because all these Gen Zers are collecting them because it just makes them happy. Some of the quotes: "We don't live in the most fun and friendly times, so I think surrounding me, myself, and my house with smiley faces from my plushies is a good thing." People are saying this is like the modern Beanie Baby craze.
Yeah.
I guess.
With the Squishamallows.
The Squishmallow. I was going to say Zoe has some in her car. She has her car Squishmallows. Like she
It's
does.
their
She puts
emotional
them-
support
she puts them in her
Squishamallows.
car.
What does she have, do you know?
It's a little bumblebee.
Oh,
yeah,
little bumblebee.
I know. She has so many of them though. Gosh, I think like 40
So
in
What?
her room.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
she's
straight
got a
review.
lot.
my 9-year-old has the same thing, Katie.
A lot. Yeah, see? You get it.
She's got how
You
many?
understand. I think 40.
And she still has a
We
boyfriend.
downsized.
He's into it.
I know.
Although he's a
Yeah.
Zer
We
too, right?
downsized?
We downsized the Squishmallow collection because there wasn't room. Yeah, no,
Jeez.
this is a thing though. Like that's just their generation. It's what they do.
We've gone soft.
Is that
Yeah,
what it
literally,
is?
Squishmallows are
We've
so
gone
They're
soft.
soft.
so soft.
And there's numbers to prove it. These toy companies are releasing the numbers about massive growth in their sales when it comes to stuffies, essentially.
They should reopen Toys R Us then, or something
Yeah.
like
They
that.
really need to,
I mean,
don't
seriously, yeah.
I'm not going to be too mad at this because I do like the Squishamallows.
Oh, they're so good pillows.
My
you
daughter
sleep
has a
with them,
couple of
too?
the big ones. No, but if I'm like hanging in her room or something,
Yeah.
I'll lay down on the floor on one of those. and you
so
just like
comfy.
squeeze them.
Yeah.
It's just like a calming thing, the way that they feel.
Yeah.
I've never felt one. Now I want to.
Oh, you have
Bring
to.
one of your daughter's 600. I want
I,
to see.
I will. I will.
I
You
want
can.
one.
And just squish them and make awkward eye contact
cuddle
with
it
Katie
over
while
there.
you're doing
They
it.
sound nice. yeah.
Oh, Squishamallows. So nice.
Squish harder.
Ew. Jeremy, Katy, and Josh at Denver's Mix 100. All right, coming up at 7:25. Get ready to call in and have some major fun with us as we play our silly little game called Fast Five. It's a lot of fun, so save the number in your phone so you're ready to rock. 303-691-1MIX, 303-691-1649. And as always, I love it when the newbies call in. So if you've never played, try to play Fast Five today because we've got a massive Lodge Casino prize pack up for grabs today. We'll be doing that at 7:25 here at Mix 100. Right now, let's see what's going on with traffic. It's time to have some fun. Let's play a silly little game, and somebody's going to walk away with a pretty rad prize this morning. We call it Fast Five here at Mix 100 with Jeremy, Katy, and Josh, and you need to call right now and try to play. You can reach us at 303-691-1MIX, 303-691-1649, and I encourage you, if you've never played before, give us a jingle. Try to play today. It's a heck of a time. What we'll do is we'll get you on the line, get to know you a little bit, and then I will throw a category at you, and then start a 10-second timer. And within those 10 seconds, you got to give me 5 things that have to do with that category. What were some of the ones that we did yesterday, Katy?
You asked for 5 characters from The Little Mermaid. You also asked for 5 SNL cast members, current or present. We had 5 Will Ferrell movies in there. All kinds of good stuff.
Do you remember what the winner was?
Toothpaste. I believe it was the brands of Ford models that you asked.
That seems right.
Yeah.
It went a minute yesterday.
It did. We had like 8 different 8 different people.
Contestants, okay.
Yeah, so.
Well, you never know. It could be the first 1 or 2 that get it, or like yesterday, it could go for 15 minutes.
For a minute.
Give us a jingle. Come on, let's play. 303-691-1MIX, 303-691-1649. Keep trying if the lines are busy because they are full right now.
Mm-hmm.
Katy, what's the prize today?
Ooh, it's one that's valued for $400. A Lodge Casino prize pack is what you're winning. And this one includes a $100 gift card to the White Buffalo as well as 2 passes to the Seasons Buffet. So you're getting the hookup.
This is a really nice little date night, I'm going to say.
And you get to stay the night up there, too.
You get to hang out, and you can go gamble a little bit and eat some really good food.
Yes,
the
amazing
food at that White Buffalo Grill. I got the steak and the mashed potato. I'll tell you what, so good. So try to call in and win today. 303-691-1MIX, 303-691-1649 to play Fast Five. First up to bat, it's Shelby. Hey, Shelby, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. What are you doing today?
Work.
Boring.
I know.
Boring.
Even the way you said it, work.
What do you do for a living?
I'm an occupational therapist.
Oh, you do good stuff, though.
All right. I guess so.
I do love my job.
What do you do for fun?
Read, hike,
Good for you.
hang out with friends.
Good
Yeah.
for you. I just bought a little iPad mini, and I've been downloading a ton of books on it. It is like the perfect thing to read books on. I absolutely love it. Are you like a digital reader, or you need the hard copy?
Actually, honestly, I do more audiobooks.
Okay.
That's
Have it read
the
to
way
you.
to do it. Yeah, that's
Yep,
the way to do it right there.
there.
Right on, right on. All right, Shelby, well, let's play a little Fast Five with you. I'm going to give you a category and start a 10-second timer and give me 5 things that have to do with the category, and you will win the Lodge Casino prize pack, okay?
All right.
All right, what do I want to give you? This one came in from a listener. I don't know. Do you know a lot about cars?
Not really.
No? Well, this might be a stinker
Maybe.
for you. In 10 seconds, please give me 5 brands of tires. Tire brands, go.
Firestone, Bridgestone,
Good.
Michelin,
Whoa.
Goodyear, and
Uh-oh.
oh.
Oh, so
Shelby!
close.
You almost did it! Oh,
Cooper,
it's just
Toyo, Pirelli, Hankook, Yokohama. There's a bunch of them.
man.
Oh, Shelby, darn it.
so close.
You started really strong, though. That's a strong start
Yeah.
to this game today. Well, you have a great day at work, and thank you for having us on in the morning.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks, Shelby. Bye.
Bye. What do we got here? Liz. Hi, Lizzie.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. My little screen here says you're going to Disneyland?
What?
Yeah, we're going to Disneyland in 3 weeks.
All right.
Ooh, countdown begins.
What's the occasion?
time.
Is it just for funsies?
Just for funsies. My daughter's actually having a big surgery later on this summer, so we're going to celebrate before surgery.
That's smart.
Good
Yeah.
idea. Good idea. Well, we hope everything's okay with her, but you got to ride Big Thunder Mountain like 18 times, okay? That's the best
Ready
one.
for it. All
That
the
is-
awkward pictures. Hi.
Hi, random kid. What's your name?
Sorrel.
What was it?
Laurel.
Oh, good morning
hi,
to
Laurel.
you. Good morning.
Oh, this is Laurel and Liz, who I met outside Ballerina at the Mammoth
You
game.
did?
Yes.
Did you meet Katie?
Yes.
Yes.
Hi, yeah.
Hello. It's so nice to hear from you.
Nice to hear you. Thank
Yes.
you.
Was Katie
Disneyland.
nice to you?
So nice. We were so fangirled.
Oh, that's super sweet.
I was excited to meet you both too. Laurel, that's exciting. You get to go to Disneyland. How fun.
Yeah. All right, on.
Yeah.
All right, Liz, you ready to play some Fast Five?
Very.
All right, let's do the dang thing. Let's see. In 10 seconds, give me five famous men named Adam. Go.
Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
Adam, I don't know. Adam, that guy from Batman.
Adam West? You mean Adam West? Yeah. Adam
Yeah.
Carolla,
I was
Adam
thinking of what you were putting
Levine,
down, though. Yeah. There's a lot.
Adam and Eve.
Oh, that would have been a very famous
Kind of a
Adam.
biggie.
Yeah.
Kind of a biggie.
Yeah.
Well, Liz, we thank you so much for being fans of the show. Make sure you tell all your friends about us, okay?
We will for sure. Thanks for letting us play.
Of course.
I'm forcing her to call you tomorrow.
Oh, good
Oh,
job, Laurel.
jeez.
Yeah, you keep calling.
What
We
a
love
bossy
hearing
little
from
kid.
you.
All right, you two. Have a good day.
Bye. Bye,
Thanks,
Liz.
bye.
Bye, Laurel.
Bye.
Oh, they're so
I'm
sweet.
forcing her to call you
I
tomorrow.
know. We're talking tomorrow, too.
Mom needs to go to the Lodge Casino.
I
Get her
can't-
drink on.
I can't wait to talk to them again.
So good. Hey, Casey.
Hey, good morning.
Hey, girl. Hey. Going to work today?
I am going to work.
Good for you. Make that money.
Yeah.
Yes.
What do you do for fun outside of work?
Oh, I'm also super into reading, so that's been my thing too. Whether it be like a physical book or an audio book, that's all
Yeah.
I've been doing.
What are you
Okay.
reading right now?
I'm reading two books, but I'm reading the book Wool, which is Silo from Apple TV. If you haven't seen it, you have to see it.
Don't
It's
know
so
that
good.
one.
Oh.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What's the other book?
So good. Listen to the Lie. It's like one of those like junky books that I need to read every once in a while.
Okay. I get it.
Just all sorts of
Yep.
naughty behavior in it?
Yeah. No, not too much. Not too much. Not like that. No.
Oh, okay.
No, just a book that you don't have to think too much about, right?
Exactly.
Yes,
Exactly.
Yes,
Good for you.
I get it.
Good for you. It's a nice little escape. Right on, right on. All right, what do we have for you? Let me close out some of my links here. Okay, I got one for you. So in 10 seconds, please give me five famous mouses. Five famous mouses. Go.
Mickey Mouse,
Yep.
a Minnie Mouse. Oh my gosh. That's the mice that I know in my life.
The three blind ones.
The three, you could have gotten three right there. Mighty Mouse, Pinky and the Brain, Jerry from Tom and Jerry.
Yeah.
There's quite a few. Speedy Gonzalez, I think, was a mouse.
Yeah.
Darn it, Casey.
Thank you all so much.
Yes, of course.
It's
Thanks
nice
for
meeting
calling.
you. Bye, Casey.
Bye.
Bye.
Whoa, that's loud. Hi, Emily.
Hello.
Hello. Taking your little rugrat to school, I see.
Yep, we're on our way right now.
Who's in the car?
My son Clay, he's 11.
Hi, Clay.
Clay.
Hey, buddy. Is Clay a good student?
Most of the time he's a good student, but he likes to talk a lot. So,
Oh,
That's all right.
We get
Good.
that,
but
Clay.
that's okay.
Yeah.
So do
You know
we,
what?
Clay.
He's,
Yeah.
he's a social butterfly. As
That's
they call
right.
it. So,
That'll come in handy later, Clay. we
Sure
promise.
will.
Sure will. Good
Well.
for him. Do you work, Emily? Do you have a job?
I do. I manage a service business actually for the Rocky Mountains.
Okay.
Whatever that means.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for HVAC. So
Oh, okay. All right. Good for you.
Yeah.
Right on, right on. All right, let's see what I have for you. I've got a couple more that listeners sent in, which I absolutely love. So if any listeners ever want to send in Fast Five categories, it's hard to come up with these every day, so thank you so much. In 10 seconds, let's talk about apps. In 10 seconds, please give me 5 apps that you can use for food delivery. Go.
Oh, okay. Hungry Roost, Blue Apron, Factor.
Oh.
I've never heard of those, but
Well,
I've heard
those
of
are
like
meal delivery.
Yeah,
And so
yeah,
you're
so that'd be
thinking
fine.
Uber Eats.
I was still
and
Uber
Grubhub
Eats,
and stuff,
DoorDash.
Oh, yeah, he said DoorDash, but I didn't think that counted. My son just said that. He was saying
did
in the
he?
back. I ruined it.
Oh,
Say
yeah.
it. Yeah, that'd be for food delivery. So, Emily, you didn't get it. Darn it.
Oh.
That's all right.
Good try, though.
Nice
Thank
meeting you
for
and your son.
calling.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
We have some nice people today,
I
don't
like the people today.
we? So many nice people. Joseph.
Hi.
Hi, Joseph. You going to work?
I'm actually on my way to school.
Okay.
Oh,
What are you
okay.
studying, Joseph?
I'm doing graphic design.
Ooh.
Good for you.
It's a good career.
All right, very good. Do you do anything for fun outside of school?
Well, I play 5 sports.
Whoa, show off.
Gosh.
What are they?
Basketball, cross country, football, track, and baseball.
And cornhole. Are you pretty
You're
jacked?
an athlete.
Sound like you're jacked.
Yeah, I am.
Right on.
Yes, I am.
Are you
All on
single?
school.
Are you single?
No, I'm not.
Sorry, Katie. He's
Are
not
you?
single.
Look at you playing Cupid over there.
Trying to set
Stop.
somebody up with someone today, Joseph. She's single and ready to
hard.
mingle.
Okay.
All right. All right.
Joseph wants to play Fast
I can tell
Five.
Joseph's going to have a lot of fun with
Joseph's
this.
like,
All right.
I'm not.
All right, Joseph, we'll get to it so you can go do your push-ups, okay?
Okay.
All right, buddy. Sounds like you might need these. In 10 seconds, give me 5 brands of energy drinks. Go!
Prime, Monster, Red Bull, Ghost, Nos. Ooh.
I think that was 5.
Yeah, you got 5, Joseph.
Can you believe it?
That means you win.
Hold on. Joseph, you won.
Yay.
Yay! Woo!
Joseph, we can't thank you enough for listening to the morning show, buddy, and trying to call in today and play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did so good.
You did a great job,
You just
Joseph.
won a $400 prize.
You're going up the hill to the Lodge Casino, Joseph.
Yay. Amazing.
All right, we're going to put you on hold, Joseph, and Josh is going to come back and tell you about your prize. All right, buddy, hold
Hang
on.
on, Joseph. Hang on. We're going to get you to the right people.
Hold on, buddy. We're going to get you to the right people.
We had way too much excitement for him.
That right there, ladies and gentlemen, is how you play Fast 5. We had a hell of a time playing.
We had a lot of fun.
We had a lot of fun.
We did.
Good news is we're going to play again tomorrow morning, 7:25, here at Denver's Mix 100. Here's your little throwback throwdown.
Oh, yes, Jason.
Turn it up to 11.
Yes.
Little throwback throwdown for you with Jeremy, Katy, Josh here at Denver's Mix 100. Who was that in the video for Stacy's mom? Wasn't it Rachel Hunter?
I think so.
It might have been Rachel
It was
Hunter.
definitely a super mom. Or
Yeah,
a
supermodel.
Supermodel.
Playing a super mom. Yeah, that was an awesome video.
I'm sure you watched it quite
Many
a bit.
times,
Yes,
many
Fountains of Wayne.
times.
I believe that is Rachel Hunter.
Rachel Hunter. Whatever happened to her?
I don't know.
Jeez, Lou. Anyway,
Yeah.
it's a little throwback throwdown song this morning with Jeremy, Katy, and Josh. All right, coming up at 8 o'clock, we're going to have a Show Wants to Know segment. The calls have been fantastic today, so get ready to call in with your opinion. When it comes to Linda, she's asking us to call her Linda. Linda's dilemma about her son's friend and what he is drinking. What could it be? We'll dive into that at 8 o'clock here at Denver's Mix 100. Right now, let's see what's going on with traffic. Yeah, streaming live on YouTube right now. So if you want to check out what goes on behind the scenes, you can find us by going to mix100.com and clicking on the YouTube link right there on the homepage. And boom, you can see Katie's tight bun today. Very, very tight
Just
bun.
one.
Just one bun.
One of 'em.
Tight bun today. Now we're having a lot of fun. A lot of people are texting in on the YouTube link, and we can see how many people are watching. And hi, everybody, as we wave to the camera. I got a couple of morons. Hi. So check us out. It's a lot of fun. And I've also been talking about this app that we have. It's free. You go to your app store and download it. It's called Mix 100 Denver, believe it or not. And you get it on your phone, and there's a little microphone button down in the corner. And you can text us voice messages, essentially.
Yes.
You can record your voice with observations, funny jokes, and your cute freaking kids. Do you want me to play this one?
Yes, I do. It's so cute. It's my favorite.
Katie and I were listening to this one off the air, and we were just giggling. It's so
the
darn
best.
cute. It came in from Danielle. I don't know if that's the mom's name or the child's name, but listen to this.
Oh, come on.
Come on now.
How does it get cuter?
That's the cutest thing.
Oh.
Love
I
it.
can
Love it.
listen to that all day.
Love it, love
That
it.
is
so cute.
That right there
adorable.
is why you need to download the app. Mix 100 Denver in the App Store and send us a voice message. It goes right to our emails during the show, so we'll see it right away and we'll get cute things like this. Yeah!
so heartwarming.
So sweet. So get that on your phone today. Before we jump into Show Wants to Know, I do want to tell you guys about this one little story that's popping this morning. I guess we're just a couple weeks away from Mardi Gras.
Yeah.
March
Fat
4th?
Yeah, it's
Tuesday.
coming up.
March 4th, I think. There's some good news if you want to celebrate responsibly this year. Louisiana State University researchers have created biodegradable beads.
It's
So
all
they
about the
contain
beads.
seeds. So once they break down, they sprout little plants.
Okay, I like that.
That's
They
cute.
are
I do like
3D
that.
printed, takes about 90 minutes or so. And then, when you're showing your,
Yeah.
you get those beads.
You can do it for a good cause
You
now.
can do it for a
Exactly.
good cause.
I'm
You're
gonna
saving the
get
planet.
So many trees this year.
Boobs for beads.
I'm doing this for the earth.
Exactly. So many seeds.
Look at them. Yeah, so the more you show, the more you grow, essentially.
Well,
I'm a
Double
grower, not a
Seriously.
shower.
right there.
Yay.
Seriously. What a great idea, though, because all those beads
Yeah.
are just going in the trash.
I know.
so
Yeah.
much plastic too.
So
Yeah.
much plastic.
That's cool. That's
That
actually
really is a
kind of
nice little
smart.
story this
like
morning.
that a lot.
All right, let's do one of these. Yeah, whenever you want to write into the show, we will gladly accept what's going on in your life and then talk about it on the air. You can send us messages on Facebook and Instagram. Just search Jeremy, Katy, Josh on both of those platforms. You like this
I
music?
do,
Ben?
yeah.
That's good.
What a man, what a man, what a man. This one came in from Linda this morning. She says, "Hey, JKJ, you three make me happy." Oh, that's nice.
We love you too.
I will say I did make up the name Linda because first line here, I need your help and I'd love to stay anonymous.
Oh.
Linda's a good name though.
Because I don't need any neighborhood drama coming back at me. So we made up the name. Linda today. Linda says, my son has a good friend, a great kid, straight A student, comes from a really solid family, no issues there. But my son recently told me that his friend's dad lets him have half a beer every once in a while.
What?
Like on a Saturday night if they're watching a movie or maybe if they have company over. He's letting the son crack open a cold one.
Even in front of company?
Oh, I can't believe it.
Oh my gosh.
She says, now, I know some parents are more relaxed about this stuff, and it's happening at home under supervision, so it's not like this kid is out partying and getting wasted. But my gut is telling me that this isn't okay. He's 15. And now I'm wondering if my son hangs out over there, will they think it's fine to offer him a brewski too? I don't want to be that parent who makes a huge deal out of nothing, but I also don't want to just ignore it. So, air quotes, Linda goes on to say, what do I do? She says, I get that some parents think introducing alcohol in a controlled environment takes away the forbidden fruit appeal, but 15 still feels way too young for that. There's a reason the drinking age is 21. And then she goes into this whole tirade about brain development and blah, 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 blah. So she says, if this boy grows up thinking a casual beer at 15 is normal, does it turn into a full beer at 16? Maybe a few at 17? Where's the line? I don't want to create unnecessary conflict, but I also don't want to ignore something that feels wrong just to avoid an awkward conversation. Here's a question. Should I talk to the parents and make it clear that my son isn't allowed to drink? Should I just tell my kid that he can't hang out over there anymore? Or am I overthinking this and making a big deal out of nothing? Is this behavior normal? I'd love to hear from your listeners. I want your guys' take on this because I'm truly torn. And that is from fake name Linda this morning on the show. So if anybody wants to sound off about this, 303-691-1MIX, 303-691-1649 will get you here in the studios with JKJ. So what do you guys think about this? A 15-year-old having a half of a beer?
I think that's horrible parenting. That's tough because there are a lot of like European countries I've heard it's huge and like Italy and stuff where there really is no like age restriction for drinking, and they're like, hey, look, our 13-year-old has a glass of wine at dinner, and that kind of brings you up in the world of making it normalized, I guess, and not so much of a you're not allowed to touch this until 21, and so maybe you can handle that more maturely. I think more often than not, teens are not mature enough to handle anything maturely. I know.
But if he's at mom and dad's house, it's saying, half a beer.
I know for me, but again, does that kind of make you get...
Is that a gateway beer? Is that a gateway Michelob Ultra?
Make you get the taste for any type of alcohol and the effects and want that more at 16, 17, 18. I know I didn't have my first drop of alcohol till 21, so...
What? What? Lies.
Sorry.
Lies.
What was that? What did I just say? No,
Lies.
I think there's the stigma of don't drink till 21 here in America, and I don't know if that hinders or helps people, because I think there's the people that want to underage drink and then the people that just go crazy at 21 because they never had anything. So I'm not sure really where you draw the line there. I guess maybe it
depends on the type of beer, I think.
Dinner?
No.
It's a 3-2?
No.
It's a 3-2
If it's an
beer,
IPA, no, cut them off.
Well,
but a Mickey Ultra?
Yeah, that's fine.
Hey, a Mickey Gold Ultra. Those
Slam
are good.
it.
Those are
no,
good,
I think
man.
you make a good point, though. Like the fact that, alcohol specifically, it's something that the first time you drink it, the more you drink it, the more it takes you to get affected by it. So if you're starting at 15 with a half a beer, I think she has a good sense to feel like this could just increase as we get to the 17, 18. Then by the time you're 21, you're putting down a six-pack
He's
every
pounding
night.
down a keg.
Yeah,
He's
so
guy doing keg stands.
I understand her hesitation for that because of that statistic, but I mean, there's so much to be said. My parents were not the come over and drink at our house parents. Like, they already had to deal with the kids because my mom cooks so well. So everyone came to my house so that they could eat my mom's food. So my parents were not we're going to let you and your friends have a few drinks so that we know you're safe here. However, I'm pretty sure they knew that we as kids were out getting into a little bit of trouble at that age.
There is that whole aspect too. It's like you either do it at home or are you going to a friend's house to get your drink on.
That was probably a little, gave him a little anxiety. So, yeah, this one.
Let's hop on real quick and talk to Kat. Hi, Kat. Thanks for calling this morning.
Hi, guys. How are you today?
Oh, we're sober as can be, unfortunately.
It's 8 o'clock, but it's 4 o'clock somewhere.
That's right. So what do you think about this kiddo having half a beer?
I don't think it's an issue. I've actually had a conversation with some of my kids' mom friends, and we all agree that when they turn like 15, 16, 17, because they're going to be in high school by then, that it's okay that they can drink at home. Obviously, it's going to be supervised. But when I was and I'm sorry, but when I was 13, I lived up in Conifer. I was going to parties, walking through snow, getting wasted.
Yeah.
So it's like,
dang, Kat.
I know. But you know what? When I turned 21, I was like, this is lame now.
Yeah.
Okay, so I like that aspect too. Like when you do finally turn 21, you're just kind of like, meh, no big deal. And you'll go on with your life just fine.
Yeah, we don't get to sneak into the parents' cabinets anymore, and we have to pay for it.
It's not as fun because it's the forbidden fruit, right?
Yeah.
It is, but I don't, honestly, because it's supervised, I don't think it's an issue. I think if she's really, really worried about it, which I understand because not everybody is the same, she can just talk to the parents and be like, hey, look, just make sure my kid doesn't do it.
That's pretty
That's
good.
Yeah.
Off
Like,
limits
that's
for
it.
my
Leave
kiddo.
it at that.
All right, Kat.
Yep.
Thank you for calling this
Thank you,
morning.
Kat.
Yeah.
Thanks, Kat. That was
Have a
good
great
stuff.
day.
You
Bye.
too. Bye.
She really sold that with the stumble through
mean-
the snow, completely
was- I
wasted.
was
Well, I
like,
think she
Oh.
also made us realize, like, that's what your kid could be doing if you're not supervising them at home, walking around in the snow all wasted. you
Well, and it's the
know?
whole thing is being a stricter parent more detrimental to your child as if you were like a more lenient parent because they will be sneaking behind your back. I mean,
Yeah.
kids want to do what they want to do. Like, I understand you can instill all the good, morals you can into a child, but at the end of the day, are they not going to make the decision that they want to make?
Well, and I think your
Look
best
at you throwing in at the end of the day.
Your best plan of attack, I think, here is to make sure your choices are smart because your
Yeah.
kids are looking to you. And if they see
Absolutely.
you drink an entire bottle of wine every night, well, I learned it from you, Dad.
That's mommy's
It's just
special
a
water
half a
bottle.
beer. I mean, are we?
Exactly.
Is
I know,
everybody
yeah.
overreacting over a half of a beer? It doesn't say how often it's happening.
Breakfast,
It just
lunch, and
says
dinner?
every once in a while, like on a Saturday night, if they're watching a movie or having company over. Maybe dad's just giving them a little half glass of Bud Light or something while they have popcorn and watch a movie.
My thing is like,
It's
why
kind
is
of a cute bonding thing,
Yeah, but like,
honestly.
why as a teen would you want to? I'd be like, let me get a Dr. Pepper or like
front of
some
your
candy
parents,
or
right?
something.
Yeah,
I'm
because
like,
you feel older than what you are. You feel kind of cool doing it, and it's not the doctor. Although I'd rather have a Dr. Pepper at this age, honestly.
I remember when Zoe was that age and it was the champagne, the strawberry champagne, because the Bruno Mars song. So pink champagne on ice, that's what it was. Pink champagne on ice. And so she wanted to try pink champagne for forever because of the Bruno Mars song. And so, we gave her a little taste of it. And I had just seen her face, right? That's not what I thought it was. Like, there's that as well. Like, the growing
She was
up.
totally acting.
I know, right? I've never had this in my life. And I
Next thing you know,
hate
she's
it.
sitting outside of a liquor store with a paper bag.
Just taking
Damn you,
swigs.
Bruno Mars.
Ah.
I used to be somebody. All right, so listen, if you guys want to call in, sound off about Linda and what this kiddo is doing, having that half a beer. Should she let her son hang out with his family anymore, or is it just too shocking? She can't do it. Her son might come home drunk. What should she do about this? Or should she speak up and say, hey, you probably shouldn't even be letting your kid do this? She's going to get in their business. Feel free to sound off. We want to talk to you guys today. 303-691-1MIX. 303-691-1649 will get you here in the studios for Show Wants to Know, which is brought to you by my partners at Efficient Comfort. You can get a worry-free home comfort system thanks to Efficient Comfort with 0% financing options. How great is that? Schedule a complimentary estimate online at efficientcomfortco.com. Give us a call for Show Wants to Know, 303-691-1649. Right now, let's see what's going on with traffic. Yeah, we received a message from Linda. She wrote in and says, hey, her son, my son, she says, has a good friend. He's a great kid, straight A student, comes from a really solid family. There's no issues there. But her son recently told her that his friend's dad lets him have half a beer every once in a while, like on a Saturday night if they're watching a movie or having company over. And now Linda's all freaked out, saying, whoa, 15 drinking at home? That's not appropriate. What should I do about this? Should I talk to the parents? Should I tell my kid that he can't hang out over there anymore? Or is she just overthinking this whole thing? Is this normal behavior to let your 15-year-old have half a beer from time to time? We want your opinion on this. Give us a call, 303-691-1MIX. 303-691-1649 will get you here in the studios for Show Wants to Know with Jeremy, Katy, and Josh. First up to bat, we've got Kim. Hey, Kim, good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys. Love you.
Oh, love your face.
So, I have a question for the mom.
What
Did
is your
she
question?
drink when she was in high school?
Oh, she didn't put that in her note. But maybe she did and had some really bad experiences, and that's kind of what's tainting her attitude.
That could be. Yeah. But I think if you educate your child, and then as the other parent, my hope would be they would talk to me and say, this is what we do. And if you're okay with it, great. If you're not, that's okay. We won't, offer your son. Because that's the other thing. Have they offered it to her son?
It doesn't sound like it's happened yet, but she's worried that it's coming or that it'll happen and she's not aware of it, and then next thing you know, he's coming home singing show tunes and eating all the snacks.
Okay.
Telling her that he loves her so much. I love you so much, Mom.
Yeah.
You're the best, Mom.
To play devil's advocate, a teenager's going to drink, especially if they're high school. I mean, I don't know many high schoolers that.
Well, yeah, at 15, you kind of start dabbling, right? At friends' houses. And
my husband in high school drank like a fish. I was a goody two-shoes in high school. But
so he had all the fun, huh?
He had all the fun, yeah. No, I had fun, but it was a different kind of fun. And it's not that fun either. So anyway.
I immediately, my eyebrows went up, Kim. My goodness.
He went
all right,
there.
No. So bottom line it for us, Kim, what do you think she should do?
Educate her son. Because we did our kids. Because we said, there's nothing you can do that we're not going to find out. Because I was a teacher. And they were scared of their dad enough. So I say, educate your son, let him hang out. And then my hope is, have an adult conversation with the other parents too. Don't get up in their face.
Kim, we thank you so much for calling.
Advice, Kim.
Very good advice. All right.
Thank you.
Alexis.
Hola.
Hi, Alexis. ¿Cómo está?
Estoy muy bien. ¿Y tú?
Who wants some tequila?
Bien.
So what do you think about Linda's dilemma here with her son's friend just pounding down the half a beer?
So I was one of those friends. I actually was starting drinking at the age of 14, but when I mean starting drinking, it was more introduced by my parents. So for me, in my experience, it was they had me had like a few years, like not a whole bottle, but like half of a bottle. And then I started to learn that beer slowly throughout the years, like at the age of, 18, probably like within 4 years, I was like, no, this is boring. I don't like the taste of it. It's not fun no more. Like, it's just like, it gets rid of the forbidden apple. Like, I already had a taste of it, now I don't want it anymore.
That's kind of where I'm thinking this family's going with this. It's like take the shock value, the secrecy behind alcohol, and just let them experience it, like on movie night. Sit down, watch Star Wars, and have a Bud Light.
They had to get to the point when they had to get a hangover, and then that's a whole other experience too, which is also not fun.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know if they want him to go that far.
Maybe we want you to throw up and learn your lesson.
Yeah.
Correct. But not right now at the age that they're at. Maybe once they're older, they're going to see like, oh, well, this is just something maybe socially and not like every day.
All right. So what's your vote then, Alexis? Just to like let it go?
I just say introduce it and
Introduce it.
the previous part, just educate.
Yeah.
There you go.
Like, hey, if you're going to be doing it, do it at home, because I did it at home and it was okay.
And now you're fine.
Yeah,
You're hunky dory.
exactly.
And I just find liquor instead. I just find tequila.
You're funny.
Shots.
Shots. Alexis, thank you so much for
Thank
calling
you,
this morning.
Alexis.
2 hands on the wheel. 303-6911-MIX. 303-691-1649. I'll get you here in the studios for Show Wants to Know. We've got Jay on the line. Hi, Jay.
How are you guys doing this morning?
Super
Great.
dupes. I think Katie's a little buzzed, but the rest of us are good.
It's just coffee, Jay. Just coffee.
What should Linda do about this her son's friend?
Well, I was talking to the people in my neighborhood. I won't say the name of the neighborhood to protect identities, but we have a neighborhood drinking age because we have a lot of parties and there's kind of open beers and, coolers filled with ice and all the rest of that kind of stuff. So most parents will say, yeah, whatever, just don't drink a lot. Some parents will say, no, my kid's not ready. And that way the other parents know and they won't force them to drink, or if they see them drinking, hey, you need to go talk to your parents. But I'd say most of them start 15, 16 years old.
Yeah, age 15 is not that shocking to me. Like if she'd written in and said this kid was like 8, 9, 10,
yeah,
I'd be like a little more like, I don't know about this. But 15, like we said, you're starting to dabble. Maybe you're at another friend's house. You steal a garage beer. It's not that shocking to me. How do you keep track of all the kids in your neighborhood drinking,
I know.
Jay?
It's like a big block party, it sounds like.
Like, when do you cut them off?
We have a lot of block parties, but, it's kind of like, one of the ladies came up to him. She goes, hey, I see your daughter adheres to the Harmony Park drinking age. And it's, oops, I gave away the name.
Oh, you did.
Oh,
You sure
well,
did.
I hope the police aren't listening, Jay.
Yeah, right.
Keeping it
I remember
safe.
one summer we had a party to give away all the ingredients that we accumulated from other parties. But, it's funny. The kids get into it and they try it. Like my daughter ended up on White Claw, right, of all things. And they just don't like the taste. It's just not a big deal for them. But
It's an acquired taste.
Right. The interesting side effect is when she went to college, she spent her first month holding other girls' hairs while they're puking in the toilet because they didn't know about the limits and they wanted
right,
to experiment.
where your daughter did, so it was beneficial, I guess.
Yeah.
So it's just, they're not doing shots or anything crazy like that, but
they were drinking
they
White Claw, which is
limits.
also pretty nasty, but that's a whole nother story. Jay, we got to move on to a few other callers, buddy. Thank you for calling today.
Thank you for your
All
input.
right, thank you.
Later, bud.
All right, bye.
It takes a village, though,
Huh.
right?
It takes a village to
really
get their
does.
village kids drunk, it sounds like.
No, to take care. He made a really good point. When his kid went off to college, she wasn't getting all crazy wasted and getting messy
I know, but I'm
drunk,
just thinking of these
which is
kids on
another
this
problem.
cul-de-sac getting their White Claw on.
Sounds
and
like a
then
fun cul-de-sac.
hitting the
I
scooter
know.
going down the street all wobbly.
That's
you
how
know?
you know they've had too much.
That's
My
the keg
God.
stand champions, though. That's where they come from.
Chad.
Good morning. How are you guys?
Chad.
We're good, buddy. What are your thoughts on this?
Yeah. So maybe I'm a little biased just because I'm not much of a drinker, never have been. But something that kind of popped into my head was if she's writing about this, there's a good chance the reason she knows about this happening is that her child told her. And I feel like if her child is going out of their way to tell them this is happening, that's not something they're necessarily trying to partake in. I feel like if they could have gotten away with drinking without telling their parents, they would have done that.
That's a solid point.
My thought is I don't see any reason to go talk to the parents. I feel like you're just going to create an awkward situation for your child. Your child was, they were nice enough, or I don't know if that's the right word, but they told you what was going on. I think the best call is trust your child until they give you a reason not to.
You make a pretty darn good point there, Chad, that the kid already came to mom and says, hey, I don't feel comfortable about this. Here's what's going on.
Yeah.
So it sounds like she's raising a pretty bright kid right now. So
That's what I'm thinking. I mean, definitely if they try it on their own, maybe that's a choice to make and then they can tell them about it later. But ultimately, the kid is not giving you a reason not to trust them. So why stop trusting them?
Love it, Chad. Thank you for the call this morning,
Good.
buddy. Very wise.
Thank
Have a
you.
good day.
Have a great day, everybody.
Bye.
Chad. You too, man.
Bye,
Tell that kid
Chad.
has a swig of Blue Moon with the orange slice there, and he's like, I'm not telling mom anything anymore. Mom who? Kayla.
Good morning.
Good
Hey,
morning. So, what do you think about Linda's letter and this kid drinking?
So when I was 15, 16, my parents allowed me to drink at home. I could pick out, I mean, it was wine coolers, but it took the excitement away. And now I'm like, I don't even care to drink.
How old are you at this point? If I can ask that, is that okay?
I'm 40.
Yeah, see, and that's the thing.
Yeah.
It kind of takes the joy of, like, I don't need to do this at a later date where you kind of go crazy with it, especially if you're 21 and able to buy alcohol on your own, you know?
Were you drinking Bartles and
Right.
James?
No, I can't
Red
remember what it was
Reserve.
called. It was so long ago. And I've got a 17-year-old now who I told him if he wants to drink at home, that's fine. And he doesn't even want to. He's like, no.
Yeah.
See, and I think-
I
Yeah,
have
because
no
he's
want,
drinking at his
so-
friend's house.
Oh,
That's why.
that's
No,
funny.
that's not, no.
But I do
I
think
doubt
a lot of
that.
teens
He
will
doesn't
say
go
no.
out.
Yeah. I
He's
think
more into the pot weed, probably.
Oh,
No,
gosh.
well, and Kayla, have you always been kind of like a person who stays away from drinking, or did you go through phase or anything?
No, I mean, I've been drunk a couple times, but I mean, it's just not for me. It was, I don't like how I felt. So it was like,
You're high
I never
on life.
cared.
You're high on life.
Yeah.
sure.
I just love roller coasters. Kayla,
Yeah.
thank you for calling. Sounding off this
Thank
morning.
you.
See you
That's
Thanks for
later.
your
Kayla.
input.
Thank you.
Bye.
We've got a friend like that who has never drank, never been drunk for many, many years, and then she got a divorce, and
Went
boy,
to town, huh?
all hell broke out.
She's like, I forgot how much I
So
like
did-
this.
she's like, I forgot where I live. Hey, Kayla, another Kayla.
Good morning.
Kayla, too. What do you want to say about Linda's letter?
Yeah, I want to play the other side of devil's advocate here. I feel like I had a friend's mom who we always like went to their house and drank, and like I continued to drink through college and party. Let me preface, I'm 35. I have two children, very successful now. But I do not think it like hindered me. I just like was like, this is fun. I'm gonna party, and there's no consequences because I have this cover up.
Which truly, like you lucked out, right? Like horrible things could have happened if you had been drinking for
Yeah.
that many years. You got by safe and sound.
Yeah.
It could have
Totally.
went crazy at some point.
I
but-
mean, I was a good student and everything still, but like, you know, you go to a Big Ten school. It didn't like deter me from like that side.
How old are
I'm
your
trying
kids
to say.
now?
4 and 16 months.
Oh, I was going to ask
He's
if
a
you were letting them drink
baby.
yet, but
No.
She's letting him start.
Just that
No.
juicy juice.
Don't.
My husband and I go back and forth. We've actually had this conversation like, do we want to be those parents or do we like want to like not? We haven't decided yet.
yeah,
I
you don't need to
definitely-
decide yet.
Yeah, you've got like
You'll
10
know.
years.
You got time.
And you'll know your
Yeah.
kids as they get older if they're mature enough to
Yeah.
handle it and all that. So,
True.
well, crazy Kayla, thank you for the call. You party
Thanks,
animal.
Kayla.
Have a good day.
Bye. All right, let's do two more. We got Sierra and Alex. Hey, Alex.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Super dupes. What are your
Morning.
thoughts?
Yeah, so I actually, had a similar experience when I was younger. My parents let me drink a little bit here and there. I was 14, 15, and I just turned 33, and I decided to go sober for the next year because I kind of realized that since then, it kind of gradually increased, like, my drinking socially and things like that. Like nothing crazy, but like socially for sure. And one of the things I noticed when I myself decided, like, hey, you know what, like I'm gonna go sober for a year because I feel like I always drink socially. Like I never, leave a party without drinking or.
When did you
leave, like,
start?
a
When did you
gathering.
start drinking?
14.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I feel like it's
So is this
easy.
part of it?
It's easy to gradually increase.
Yeah, and I think, and more than anything, my parents don't actually drink that much, but my family around me, cousins, like older uncles and things like that, they do. And I feel like that's where the double-edged sword is, like, depending on your family style, like, especially on gatherings and things like that, that's where alcohol can be, like, glorified a bit, and it's like, oh, my God, it's cool. My cousins are doing, like, this shot game or, like, this beer game or whatever, and I think that's where you kind of want to know where to draw the line as far as like, hey, like, yeah, you can let your kid drink, have a drink at home, but then at the family gatherings, this is happening and it's like looking really fun.
So how
And,
how
and
far
that's-
in are you being sober? How many months are you in?
So my birthday was in November.
All right, and you're still holding strong. You made it through the holidays even.
4 months.
Wow.
Yeah, I made it through the holidays, which was really, really, really fun, no doubt. But like now, it's like, oh, that's what's up. You made it through.
Yeah, now it's like no big deal. That's going to be easy peasy, and your liver's going to thank you. So, Alex, thank you for calling in, buddy. Have a good day.
All right, thank you too.
We appreciate it. Bye.
All right, let's hop on to Sierra. Hey, Sierra.
Hey.
Hey, girl. You get the final call on this. What should Linda do about this situation with her son's friend?
Well, I agree with a lot of the previous callers where I think the age is okay and you just have that conversation and educate your kids, and hopefully they feel like they can be open with you, as it seems like he may have been able to be open with his mother. I personally and my sisters, the way my parents did things, we actually got our first taste of beer when we were still toddlers.
Good God.
Yeah. Yeah, and then because it was just little sips here and there and stuff. And then as we got older into our teen years, we took a family trip one time, and he had a beer, and he ended up with half of it, but he split the other half between me and my sister. We were about the same age, about 13, 14, 15. And, and I just...
And I think Dad just needed some quiet time. Sounds like you guys were really chatty.
We have a picture of us after he has split the beer with us at this trip. So, I mean...
Just chugging them.
He always...
Both had cigarettes in their mouths.
You want a drinking buddy?
One eye open. And... All right,
I mean, my dad was not a big drinker, so he just did the one. But, it made it to where I didn't rush to drink in high school. I think I didn't really start drinking until like towards the end of high school with my friends and stuff.
What's your drink of choice now, Sierra? What's your go-to?
I think it just kind of depends on my mood. Some days I feel like a beer. Some days I feel like something a little bit more fruity, a little bit more hard. But it just, it just depends. But,
Don't we
the
all?
frequency of my drinking is probably like once a month. Maybe that. Maybe
All
that, I don't drink much at all.
Well, Sierra, we appreciate you calling this morning. Thank you so much for sounding off. All right, what are you guys thinking about
thanks, Sierra.
Linda? What do you think?
Yeah, I think honestly she's got a really good plan of attack as far as chatting with the parents. I think that if she is that intent on her son not drinking at that age, then she needs to have a grown-up conversation with those parents and be like, guys, understand this is the way you do things in your household. I just want you to know that I don't do things that way. Well, no, that's
nobody
not how
has
we do things
mentioned
with my kids,
Nobody has mentioned that this is illegal. Not one person has mentioned that this is illegal.
I don't know if it is in Colorado.
I think it is at 15 years old.
We've had a couple people text in saying if parents' permission, it's legal. No, it is not
21
legal to drink
is the legal
alcohol in
drinking
Colorado
age.
at the age of 16.
21,
even at home, it is not legal to drink
No, it's gotta be
anywhere
21.
under
There are
21
5
years old.
exceptions.
No, there's no
There
exceptions.
are.
It's illegal.
Oh, okay. We're not accepting
are there really?
that. There are. It says that in the household, on private non-alcohol selling premises with parental consent. Also for medical purposes. I don't know what that would be.
It just says there are some exceptions
for
to legal
religious
drinking,
purposes,
such as when alcohol is an ingredient to a prescribed medication or baked goods.
Yeah, you put it in a cake, a rum cake.
But it said that top one about if you are on non-alcohol selling premises and there are parents there, then it is not getting drunk, but drinking alcohol under the age of 21 is okay.
In Colorado?
I don't know.
In Colorado.
We're definitely getting into the weeds on this now, but I will stand by that you got to be 21 or older, and that's probably what I'll be teaching my kids. Really, this hasn't come up in my house too much. I mean, they've had the sniffs of the beer, the sniff of a wine, and they both, do the And my kids are not yet 15, but I would think by 15, I'm probably going to let them have a sip, maybe, but I'm definitely not giving them a half a beer.
Yeah.
So I think pretty much this is the other family's problem. I don't want you to butt in and stick your nose into their business. I think if you're worried about your son, you have the conversation with him, like many parents said here on the line, and maybe instead of shutting down the friendship, invite that kid over to your house more often to hang out versus your son going over there. Then you are definitely in a controlled environment.
Yeah.
One of the cutest stories I have from my personal life, though, is I think we were having like a Easter meal or something like that, and we had bottles of wine on the table and bottles of beer and stuff. And my son Reed was helping clean up, and this was just a couple years ago. and he was taking all the bottles out to the recycle in the garage, and he was helping. And I was just watching him, and he had like 4 or 5 bottles in his hand. I was like, man, he's being pretty darn helpful. But I found out why, because as I saw the garage door open and he went out into the garage, and it's kind of a slow closed garage door behind him, as he was putting the bottles into the bin, I saw him tip one back in the garage.
I just want to get a little taste.
And take the last little drop in the garage. I was like, whoa, what are you doing?
Starting early.
Now I know
Reed.
why you're being so helpful.
There's always a motive. There's always a motive.
Thank you, everybody, for calling in and sounding off this morning for Show Wants to Know with Jeremy, Katy, Josh here on Mix. Jeremy, Katy, Josh at Denver's Mix 100. Streaming live on YouTube. You can go watch us every morning by going to mix100.com and clicking on the YouTube link right there on the homepage. And you can see what goes on in the studio, which is kind of fun. See some behind-the-scenes action. Watch Katy yawn a few times.
I'm not trying to do that.
Good times, good times.
I'm yawning right into the camera. Like, I didn't realize. I did. So I'm trying not
like,
to
Katy,
do
people
that
are watching.
I know, we saw all your teeth.
My goodness.
That was a big yawn.
Check us out. Checking us out on
Big
YouTube.
yawn.
We appreciate you guys for following along and hanging with us on a chilly Tuesday.
It is Tuesday.
It is Tuesday.
Sure is.
Tuesday, isn't it?
It's supposed to be kind of crappy for a few days now.
I know.
Foggy, cold. Somebody
Yeah.
texted in and said there's some lingering flakes out there, which is funny because that's what Josh calls some of his exes. But you guys be
Heard
careful.
that.
It's a chilly, slick morning.
But Monday, 60.
What?
I know. We have like
Whoa.
a stretch of 6 days where it's going to be upper 50s.
I'm going to wear a
60.
crop top to work that day.
know.
I wear my
Sexy.
Exactly.
flip-flops.
All right, coming up, we've got a trending report for you guys. Katie's going to get you updated on all the local news, and then we've got to chat about that airplane that ended up upside
Oh
down.
my gosh.
What
man.
the
The
hell's
videos
is up with
that
that?
are coming out with that are
Ugh,
insane.
So crazy. We'll dive into that and more coming up with the trending report. Right now, let's see how those roads are shaping up. Yeah, and you can join the fun by watching us on YouTube. We live stream the show every morning. You can find the link. It's super easy. Just go to the station website, mix100.com, and click on the link right there on the homepage, and you can check us out. And I would also encourage you guys to go download our Mix 100 Denver app so you can listen to the show wherever you are. If you're at the gym or the office, you can throw on the station. The app is free, which is fantastic. So get it on your phone and your tablet. And then click the little microphone button down in the corner, and you can send us voice messages throughout the day or during the show. It goes right to our email. If you got an observation about something in your life, a question for the show, or if you just want to throw your cute kids on, we would love to hear it. Mix 100 Denver in your app store. Click the microphone and send us a message just like Danielle did.
Oh, we love you,
so
Danielle. Oh,
cute.
my gosh, that's
I
adorable.
gotta save that and use it for something.
You do.
One more time.
I love the way Katy and
Josh. Jeremy.
So cute. Come on.
That's why we want you to download the app. So go do it today. Mix 100 Denver in your app store. Real quick, we do need an update from Katy because I know a lot of people have been messaging in this morning about
Pocket Jesus.
Pocket Jesus.
Yes.
Katy went to church over the weekend for the first time ever.
Yeah.
And she got a little pocket Jesus.
Not for the first time ever.
For
Wait
the
a
first
minute.
time ever.
In a long time.
Because she's a very sinful person.
No, I just haven't been in a minute.
And
but
she got a Jesus figure that she
did.
thought was a gummy bear, and she put it.
looks like gummy bear though.
He's
Looks
cute.
like
Why do you
gummy
think they'd let you eat
Jesus.
Jesus at a church?
It looks like a gummy.
They looked horrified
Let
when
me
I
see
tried
it.
to put them in my
Yes.
mouth. Like they were like, "What are you
Don't
doing
put Jesus
to
in your mouth."
Katie's like a toddler. I have to put things in my mouth to feel comfortable around them.
I have not seen this in person. Katy sent me a picture. It looked like a piece of candy.
It
in
does
the
look
picture.
like
It does.
candy Jesus. It totally does.
Candy Jesus.
I know, and so, but it's supposed to be just very spiritual. You put it in your pocket. You take them with
Put
you
it in
everywhere.
your mouth.
Whenever you
I'm
touch him,
gonna-
you can pray and stuff. It reminds you
I'm
to.
gonna keep him right here for our show because
Yeah.
I think that he
JC
is
in the house.
the fourth edition to JKJJKJJ.
Yeah, and Jesus.
What would Jay do?
WWJKJJ do.
Yeah, exactly.
D.
So, but it is fun to.
Okay,
have
so you
him.
have him. He's still
I
around.
do.
You haven't lost
Yeah,
him yet.
we've
Okay.
asked a few
She
people.
actually did just lose him,
I
and I found
was like,
him
"Where
for her.
did Pocket Jesus go?" But he was back in my pocket.
He was in your
Funny how he
pocket.
made it there.
There's your update, guys. Pocket Jesus is in the studio.
Yeah, hanging out.
There you go. What else is going on in the world of trending?
Oh, yes. Well, we have a really big closure starting at 9 o'clock this morning. So, yeah, now actually is when they're going to close Vail Pass so they can do some winter maintenance up there. Now,
The one
there's
day I
been-
needed to get to Vail.
I figured
The
this
one
was
day.
the day you'd be going to the high country, but no, you're going to have to wait now because it's going to be closed for a lengthy time is what they're saying. And if you're headed that way, just be prepared for it to take you a lot longer than it normally does.
Have a blanket in your car and
Yeah.
some
Yes,
snacks.
first of all,
Cat
that's always
litter.
smart.
Absolutely.
But is it lengthy time like a day or like just hours
Just
on
this
hours?
morning,
Okay,
just
okay,
a
okay.
few hours this morning.
Good.
They're trying to clear the road there from all the avalanches that happened, the snow that we got
Well,
over
someone,
the weekend.
Someone passed away that got caught in an avalanche.
Yes.
Driving on I-70 the other day.
Yes.
Which is horrifying.
Yeah, no, it's definitely treacherous weather up there. And in fact, there was like an 11-car pileup yesterday that closed I-70 just past Georgetown.
One of my biggest fears.
Oh my gosh. And it
Seriously,
was
though.
a semi and then a truck carrying a tractor trailer and then all the vehicles behind it just
Because it's
plummeling.
nonstop.
Yeah.
Have
just
you
one
seen
after
those
the other.
videos?
Well,
You can't
it's
stop.
up on our Instagram actually in our
Not even that
stories,
one, but
if
just
you wanna
like the
check
ones
it
like
out.
happen in the middle of like I-80
When
and
it's
Oh, yeah.
ice and
No,
you
where-
can't
there's no
stop.
stopping, and then
Exactly.
there's sound
Boom,
behind
boom,
it.
Boom, boom.
Oh, it's
and
terrifying.
The screeching and yeah, and when you're up on the mountain, that's even more scary because the cliff and all, that whole
The cliff
that whole
and all.
straight drop off the mountain.
make a very valid point,
but
Katie.
yeah, so that multi-vehicle crash that shut down I-70 yesterday. That's part of what they're clearing out of the way. And again, you can go see that stretch of traffic and all those
Or
cars
not.
that were involved in it on our Instagram. I mean, everyone was okay. That's the good news is everyone was okay. But just so you can get an idea of what winter driving's like up there right now, it's crazy. So if you don't have to go, stay put.
There you
I
go.
wouldn't go up to the high
Good
country.
advice.
We have more winter news, but this is kind of positive stuff for the folks in Castle Rock. They need a hockey rink, Jeremy and Josh.
They do.
Really bad.
I'm all for that. Obviously, I have hockey background. I love hockey. I hope that they can get it. hockey in Colorado is now producing NHL players, which is really, really cool. I was so close if my darn knee didn't give out. But
NHL prospect over
I know.
here.
Oh, such a bummer. But no, it's cool. Hockey is very near and dear to my heart. I really, really hope they can get that because I want to keep expanding the game.
And
I think that's
I have a
awesome.
figure skating background, so
do?
yeah,
You were so close
and
to
it
being
was
the
an
next
ankle.
Christy
I had an
Yamaguchi.
ankle issue with it was a triple sow cow situation where I went down and twisted my ankle
That's
pretty
what
bad, and
happens.
it took me out of the game.
That
so
triple Lutz you landed, though, I still think about
I gotta
that.
tell you, those
You
are
know
some of
what
the
I
best
mean?
years of my life in the professional skating world. So yeah, I'm rooting for Castle Rock
am
as
too.
well.
I was born in North Dakota. We're born on skates, like essentially. So
Yeah.
it's very.
You come out of
very-
the womb in skates,
You do.
which
Our
is
poor
horrible.
mothers. I know exactly.
You're on
But
episiotomy.
Here's the thing. So Castle Rock, the reason they need this hockey rink, my goodness, is because the schools there. So they have both boys and girls hockey, but currently all the schools have to come together and practice at the same rink, and they have to drive all the way to
Don't they have a
Littleton.
lake?
Now, well, but this is indoor hockey rinks, is what we're talking about. It's
Come
so
on,
much
Jeremy.
easier
Don't
to
they have a lake?
practice on the indoor. But currently they have to travel all the way to Littleton or Highlands Ranch, which is like 40
Unbelievable.
miles. And when you think about that, they also have to share the ice time with the folks who are in those neighborhoods.
Unbelievable. Yeah,
So
it's
they
a lot.
really need
It's
their
time.
own hockey rink down there in Castle Rock, and they were going to start having fundraisers and GoFundMe
Sell some
and stuff.
cookies and popcorn.
Yeah, so if you see the folks of Castle Rock trying to raise money for their hockey rink, maybe give them a little, little
I'll
here
slide
and
him a
there.
little Abe Lincoln.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Maybe a Thomas Jefferson, whatever you
I
got.
live in Littleton.
You know, you live in they're coming to you.
We good.
You
to
live
go.
walking distance from
I
an ice
do. I
rink.
can walk to an ice
do.
rink by my
So
house.
you know how important it is, and
I
that's what
played
we want
so much hockey
for
there,
the folks
Jeremy.
in Castle Rock.
That
Come on.
ice rink, I will tell you, smells so bad too. I
See,
don't know
you know
what it
what's
is.
funny?
Do they all
I
smell?
miss that. Well, the hockey
Yeah.
locker
They all
rooms
smell.
are notoriously
locker
horrible.
rooms.
It stinks like
I
feet.
miss that smell so much.
You do?
So every time I go cover the abs and go to that locker room,
Oh.
it brings me home. It makes me
It's
so
like
happy.
sweat.
It's like
and
sulfur. I mean, it smells so bad.
feet and-
but
So
It makes
stinky.
me so happy because that's my childhood, man. Like
we
that's,
take the kids over there and go ice skating to the one that's close by my house, and it is a lot of fun. They have a blast,
fun.
and
It
they've got a
is.
bar in there.
Yeah.
There's a bar in the ice skating.
Wow.
now we go to the
Look
bar
at
first.
you.
and then
I
ice
know.
skating.
Now you're just bragging.
Sometimes,
My
like the
gosh.
neighborhood parents will gather up the kids and take them over there. You're like, you guys want to go ice skating? And
Yes.
then open skate on like Saturday nights, which is perfect.
8 to 10. I
And
know.
we grab beers and we stand there and watch the kids skate and we get our drink on.
It's so much fun, man.
It
I love
sounds like
that.
a time.
It's a good time. Castle
That
Rock
sounds like
needs
a
to
time.
experience
They
it.
so much
do.
of my life there.
They really
We need
do.
that for our friends in Castle Rock. So again, if you're able to give, we ask that you
I might
do.
put my sequins back on,
There
and
you go.
if this happens and get out there,
Get the skating skirt.
I might.
Yes. We need pictures, Jeremy. Hey, did you see the state of Colorado is still not processing state tax returns? What is happening?
Yeah, what's going on?
Why?
Hmm.
Why?
You got to reboot some computers.
Okay, is that what it is? They've got
I
to
don't
swirl
know
the mouse a little bit. They normally
Gotta do what?
Swirl the mouse. Never heard of that. I had an
Uh-uh.
engineer. I had an,
Is that a Kama Sutra move?
No, I had an engineer. Whenever anything would happen, did you swirl the mouse? Did you swirl the
I
mouse?
think he was hitting on
that.
you, Katie.
Well, I don't know what I hated.
You
that
need to pick
term.
up on these signals.
Is that what swirl the mouse?
You got to
means?
pick up on the signals, Katie Cat.
I don't know about that. But if you are trying to file your taxes, your federal returns will be accepted because they're on top of their game. State of Colorado, however, not so much.
Wait
And
line,
We don't
wait
have
list.
any timetable of when they're going to start accepting them either. So if
We'll
you're
get
like
it
me,
June, July.
I just like to do it so it's done. And I like to be that person who gets to say, I already filed my I'm already done. Like, I already did it.
She was like
you know?
January 1st.
I
She
know.
was done so
I
quick.
like to do it. And the fact that I can't, I'm low-key mad about it. I'm like,
Hey, that's smart,
State of
honestly.
Colorado,
You
what's
did submit
wrong
it,
with
though,
you?
right?
Oh, yeah. So that's the thing. If you do that as well, if you use sites
it's in
like Turbo
there.
Taxes, they're going to hang on to it. The minute you can submit it, they're going to do it for you. But then we're going to wait in that little queue like you were talking about. And that gets annoying. How long is that queue? I want to go there. Okay.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
While you're waiting,
All
swirl
right.
your mouse.
I know, swirl the mouse. See what's happening. You know, we don't have to wait for anymore. The King Super Strike is over. At least they're
Huzzah!
negotiating now. They're moving along with those bargaining tools and whatnot. But as of tomorrow, I believe everything's going to go back to normal as far as King Super's hours and whatnot, and the pharmacy.
That's good.
All back to normal
The
hours.
deli.
The one time I went there, I totally forgot again that there was a strike going on, and it was awkward walking
Yeah.
past.
You
I was
crossed
like,
the
Yeah,
picket
he
line?
did.
I didn't mean to.
You
It's
did.
the one.
What's the term for that? A scab?
You're a scab.
You're a
A
scab.
Yeah.
You're a
Well, I tore that scab right off. 'Cause I walked
Right.
right through him, and I was like, I'm
Like-
just gonna get my stuff real quick.
I need some
Sorry.
fried chicken.
Well, no, I didn't. The people that were working there were the people that I needed, so I didn't go to the deli or anything. I just
Oh,
grabbed-
wow. It's
No, I
all
just-
about Josh.
No, I
Waiting on
didn't-
Josh hand and
Look,
foot.
Kroger folks, are you listening to this?
completely forgot, and I'm so sorry, but I was already there. I was already
You didn't
there.
see the people standing there with picket signs?
signs.
Once I parked,
People honking
yes.
at
He thought
them?
those were Girl Scouts.
I honestly was not paying attention, and I walked past, and I was like, "Oh no!" I
Oh,
forgot
that's
about
what that
this.
is. That's right.
And I was like,
That's right.
"Well, I'm here."
It's so
Well,
quiet.
Michael.
It was so empty.
It's
in
probably a
that
good time to go
store. I was like,
shopping.
this is awesome.
You're
But
like, this is when I need
again,
to shop.
apparently, I was a scab, and I'm so sorry, King Supers. I did not mean to do that.
Yeah.
Oh, boy,
Well, you don't have to worry anymore because
love
again,
Safeway.
everyone's going back to work. And,
Hopefully.
hopefully. Well,
Yeah.
they're
There's been a
working out-
pause.
They're working out the logistics and whatnot, but it looks like everyone's going to go back to work and they're going to look into the, actual.
They're in negotiations, according to the TV right now
negotiations.
that has it on.
Well, they said midnight is when all of that is going to go back into effect. So everything will be normal again at midnight.
I thought it was midnight last night.
It's.
I think it's midnight next week,
I think
right?
it's midnight because it's the 18th. The 19th is when it goes back.
While we're waiting for all this to end, swirl your mouse.
Swirl the mouse.
The only other big national trending thing this morning is that Delta flight that crashed while landing at Toronto Pearson International Airport. 17 people, including a kiddo, had to be transported to hospitals with injuries. Nothing life-threatening. I don't think anybody lost their life
Thank God.
in this
man.
crash. And this plane comes zipping in. It hits the runway. They said it was slick with high winds, and it went upside down. And there is some video now of people escaping from the plane. They're walking on the ceiling to get out.
Which is nuts.
It's
Absolutely
terrifying. It's
intense and
terrifying.
crazy.
Well, and now since our last trending report, the video has surfaced of the actual
Of it
plane
landing.
crash,
Ugh.
the failed landing, and that's shocking. Like watching that plane hit the ground and knowing
The wings fall
everybody
off
survived.
That's
I mean,
crazy.
That's why you keep that
nothing short of
seatbelt
a
on.
miracle, man.
Yeah.
It's
Keep that seatbelt
unbelievable.
on and those trays in the upright position because you never know.
There's a reason they say it. Well, and Josh, you were showing me a video of somebody actually getting off the aircraft after
Yes.
it crashes and just the chaos that's ensuing on the ground there. But he looks back at the plane and you hear an audible gasp from him. Like
Well, he
he's
goes,
like,
holy expletive. He goes, that's unbelievable.
Lot of
I
expletive.
mean, it
that
is
we're
just
just
insane.
walking out of this.
Kudos to the flight crew, though, because in
Yeah.
that video, they're like,
Absolutely.
move, let's go, go,
Yeah.
go,
Yeah.
go. And everybody was fairly calm, but like firm, getting people out of there because you don't know if that baby's going to blow up at
Yeah.
any moment.
You know what's going to happen.
Ugh.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
just so
We
glad
were planning on
everyone's
flying
okay.
somewhere this summer, and I don't know now. There's
Yeah.
been 87 incidents of aircraft issues in
Same.
the past month.
I don't
love
think I'm
that.
going to fly anyway.
I don't
Don't
think
love
I want to
that.
fly right
I don't
now.
think I do either. I trust my driving, and what does that say about it?
That
You,
says
you got
Yikes.
pocket Jesus. You'll be
I know
fine.
it.
Yikes.
Pocket Jesus,
take
take
the
the
wheel.
wheel.
Keep me safe.
The only other big story this morning, the Italian chemist who created Nutella has passed away. Francisco something or other was his name, and he played a major, crucial role in creating one of the worst foods you can put into your body.
Oh, that's a snack attack right there.
He was
though.
97 years old. Unclear how often he ate Nutella, says this story, but it didn't have any impact on his longevity.
Yeah.
If he was getting close to a hundo. But
It's not so bad, is it?
that food is consistently on the list of things you should not eat.
It's one of my favorite snacks, just spoonfuls of Nutella. Not even a vessel to put it on, just straight up spoons. So
Katie,
good.
don't
It's
do
so
that.
good,
Don't do
though.
that. Although I have no room to talk because right now we have a can of Hershey's cake frosting in our fridge because Nicole made a chocolate heart cake for Valentine's Day
You
and
take
put
little
the
spoonfuls of that, don't you? Don't you? And you eat it.
every time I go
it's
past
so
the fridge. And I don't take spoonfuls. I put my finger in it.
Oh no!
Oh, my
Frosting
gosh.
fingers.
It's
That's
so
good.
good. It's essentially Nutella.
That's funny.
But yeah, it's so good.
Yeah,
like
'cause
straight out the little
frosting's
can.
just made out of lard. That's all frosting is just lard
good.
with chocolate.
So good.
And you mix that
And
up.
I did the total dad thing is I took a scoop of it and put it on the toilet in the guest bathroom.
No, you didn't.
And just waited And like 45 minutes went by, and I heard one of the kids go, "Oh my God, there's poop on the toilet!"
You were just waiting. Who's the child?
And so I left it for a little bit longer too, and the dog walked by, and the dog is like eye level with the top of the toilet, and the dog went over and looked at it and did one of these like side eye things and like backed up.
What is that? Even I don't want
And
that.
the dog was like, "Oh my God, there's poop on the toilet." God, so funny. All right, that's trending, I guess. That was fun.
That was it. Good
pretty
time.
We'll do it again tomorrow morning. If you stick around with us, Jeremy, Katie, Josh here at Mix 100. Right now, let's see what's going on with traffic. Jeremy, Katy, Josh, Denver's Mix 100. Streaming live on YouTube. You can go check us out. Just search Mix 100 Denver on YouTube, and you can see what's going on behind the scenes. And we were just talking a few minutes ago about downloading our Mix 100 Denver app so you can send us voice messages. And we've got Christy in California sitting in her hot tub this morning listening to us.
Mm.
Hi, Christy. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Getting in the hot tub with Christy. Let's go.
Hey, all right.
Yeah.
Send pics.
You
What
can
the
hear
heck?
it, too. The
You can hear the
and
bubbles.
everything. That sounds
That's so cool.
I'm so jealous
relaxing.
starting off your day with a hot tub.
I know. Like, that's how you
I
get
kind
it
of feel like she
going.
works for the airlines, though. She's trying to pimp the airlines. But
That's
cares?
okay.
That
We're
worked on
going.
me.
Yeah,
thank you,
right?
Christy.
Thanks, Chris.
It's kind of funny to think of somebody parked in California right now listening to us in their hot tub.
Yeah.
I love that visual.
it.
That's
So cute.
awesome.
So thank you again for downloading the app and sending us a voice message.
Yeah.
All right, so off the air, we were talking food, believe it or not, and what I had for dinner last night and what I'm making tonight. And Josh made a great point when he said, man, Nicole's lucky to have you.
Well, I
love how that's how
In
Not
a roundabout
exact
way,
quote.
that's you. You're like,
Not
man,
an
Nicole
exact
is
quote.
so lucky. You are like the best husband and the best chef ever. And
That's the
she's
exact quote.
lucky to have you.
Oh,
And
funny.
she'll never leave you.
Hey.
And you're a great kisser.
For all the young men out there, yeah, that's my exact quote. For all
Yeah.
the young men out there, learn to cook. It's a
Yes.
really, really, really good, useful tool to have.
Absolutely.
Learn to cook.
100%,
Well,
as you would say.
Oh!
People in general, not just the young men, young women.
Well,
out
I'm talking if
there,
you want to
like-
impress the young women.
Well, there's that. But
I like
also,
cooking.
It works.
Just a good skill to have is to know how to work your way around the kitchen.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yes.
Get those
Absolutely.
measuring cups out and your whisk and give it hell.
Yeah.
Well, it's a process, right? Like, I know people who don't know how to cook, they think you can just throw a piece of chicken in the pan, and they don't know you were marinating that chicken for 3 hours, and then you dredged it in flour, and then you put it in a little egg wash, and you put it back in the flour,
You
and
okay
then
over
you
there?
fried it. Like, that's the
It's
You're starting to
process.
sweat a little bit over there.
She's
Hey.
drooling.
You don't have to tell me when I make my smoked tri-tip, it takes about 5-6 hours for that thing to
Yes.
cook and not even counting the day before if you are marinating it in the fridge for an entire day.
Exactly. And if
And
you
then
miss
it melts
a
in your
step,
mouth.
That
if you miss a
24
step,
hours.
you can tell, right? Like you have to
Yeah.
adhere to the steps. So, I mean, that's what I like about cooking is what the work you put in is the work you get out.
The
And
thing
all
that-
the pats on the back.
Yeah, well, that too. But the thing that bothers me about cooking is like, yes, the work that goes into it to be done with a meal in 15 minutes. And I'm
I
just like,
know,
I
I
worked
know.
so hard on that.
Josh, do you have a particular meal that you like to impress the ladies with?
Yeah, I do have a go-to. It's my chicken parm.
Mm.
And
Chicken
Because,
parm.
A, chicken's a little tough to cook. I mean,
Oh,
people,
yeah.
the
You
youngsters
can
out there,
overcook it,
everybody
undercook it.
overcooks it because they're like, I don't want the salmonellas and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So everybody overcooks it. So if you learn to perfect that, I love it. And then on top of that, you just throw it on the spaghetti, and spaghetti takes 2 seconds to cook anyway.
Yeah.
So it impresses, and it's not too hard to make.
And it's easy on the tummy, I think. It's not too crazy.
It's not going to make you gas your ass.
In case you want to play
reflux.
Twister later
Yeah.
in the evening.
Yeah.
You know?
No gassy foods here.
Love Twister.
Pasta's
Yeah.
good, kind of binds
Yeah.
things up, and
Yeah.
you're ready to rock. So.
It's a
You
hearty
full?
meal.
That's
so
a
you
hearty.
can play
That
Twister
sounds
for like
tasty.
40 minutes to an hour. It's great. Yeah.
40
wow,
minutes.
that's a long
Fantastic.
game of Twister. You wish.
It's
Not
great. I'm
happening.
just saying, if you're,
No
if
way.
you want a good
Right hand on yellow.
hearty
Right
meal.
hand on yellow. That's it. We're out of here. We're done. It's time to move on with our lives. But good news is we'll be back tomorrow morning right here at Denver's Mix 100. Thank you again to everybody who wrote in and called in and just generally hangs out with us every single morning, whether you're in Denver or California, as we just heard, in a hot tub. Thank you so much. I know it sounds pretty good, huh?
Especially today.
It's 9 degrees outside right now.
I have a blanket on over my winter jacket in the studio. I am so cold.
We need to get you into some hot water immediately.
I do, yes.
Immediately.
Bubbles.
Anyway, thank you, everybody, for making us your morning show. We really, really appreciate you. We take a lot of the show and make them podcasts. Where can they find them, Josh?
Yeah, you can find us at mix100.com. We have a link right there on the homepage that'll direct you to our podcast. And if you want to listen anywhere else, we are available. Just search Jeremy, Katy, and Josh.
Good news is Big Rob is up next, and he goes commercial-free at 11:30 for like an hour or so, which is really cool.
Look at him go.
It's really neat that he does that.
It is.
Speaking of Big Rob, I want to do something for him.
Oh.
I've got this story in front of me talking about how the average person has about 2,500 pictures on their camera. We talked about it a little earlier this morning, and we had people send in the last picture that they took. I want to do something similar right now. I want you to take a selfie like you're waving at the camera.
Okay.
Saying hi to Big Rob.
Oh, for the text line.
And I want you to text Big Rob right now. 303-691-1MIX. 303-691-1649. Take a selfie with your hand up in the air and welcome Rob. All right?
And say hi, Big Rob.
Hi, Big Rob.
Make sure it's directed towards him. I love that.
He's going to be so happy.
He will
such
be.
a good dude.
Yeah.
He's such a good guy. We absolutely love him. He's actually our boss, but he's a really good guy.
But he's also a really cool dude.
But he's also a great guy.
He's a good boss.
So
he's
everybody,
a great boss. Yeah.
Send Big Rob a selfie right now. 303-691-1649 and say hello to the big guy. That's it. We're out of here. We will see you tomorrow morning. Oh, look at this. We're at the club all of a sudden.
I know. Put your hands up.
We are Jeremy, Katy, Josh at Denver's Mix 100.
See ya.
Bye.